Oh, everyone's just happening to hop on through tonight. What the heck? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Whoa, how many people we invited for tonight is what I want to know.
Sorry, I'm here unannounced.
Good God, man. Hold on.
Hi, Kevin.
Good God. I need to figure... Okay, hold on.
Wait. If you... I mean, I can, like, just stay muted. I don't really care.
No. I'm just kind of finding it amusing that everybody happens to show up the moment TSS has gone AFK for, like, the month.
For the record, as I've stated before, and I'll say it again, like, if there's ever a point where there's too many people, I can wait until next week or whatever works. I just want to make sure I'm not stepping on anyone's toes. That's my biggest concern.
Don't worry about that, buddy. That was something that I had no control over, which I'm going to speak to with Tyrone in a bit about that.
I thought you guys would need help this week because I saw the TSS would be on vacation.
Oh,
I was
no!
like, okay,
so that's why you showed up.
I guess you guys have the bases covered. You don't need me anymore.
I need you. I just wanted to know these things in advance because I invited somebody for this week too.
And
I was thinking, okay, I was like,
from SpongeBob.
I was thinking in my head, like, normally it's been just usually me, TSS, and Tyrone holding it. And I invited her here, thinking she was going to be our third replacement for the week. Then I find out Tyrone did something behind my back with Nut over here.
Okay,
kicking Tyrone out of the PokePod. You're here to hear first.
Real quick, Kevin, please don't blame Tyrone.
No. Pedro, you are okay, buddy. You're fine.
No.
I'm talking about Tyrone. I'm going to give him a whoop ass when we get to talk with him
Tyrone,
later.
if you're watching the stream right now, don't join the call.
He'll get a scolding later. Okay, but...
No, see, here's the problem. Here's the problem with that, though. I want everyone here to like me. So if you Tyrone,
we like you. It's perfectly fine. Everyone loves you here, Nut. We're talking about Tyrone. Very different story altogether. Okay, but before we get any further, let me just once again say hello to everybody watching us live right now. Yeah, I know, very awkward way to start the call, or even the stream.
Oh, shoot, we're live.
Yeah, we're live. We're live to the audience right now. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of the PokePod. I think that might have been one of the weirdest starts ever. God damn it, I feel weird without TSS. He's always the straight man of the group, and now we lost him for a month.
Wait, everybody, wash your freaking hands.
Yeah.
Yes, freaking.
That's supposed to be at the end, not at the start of the stream.
I just can't do TSS. I'm sorry.
TSS, why?
That's like saying good morning, everyone, the moment you end the stream. That's not how
I'm too PG to be TSS, first of all.
Oh my god.
You're
an adult now. You don't know.
I would try, but all of my quote unquote like adult rated stuff is more of the nutty side, not the cursing side.
Wait, question. Can I say big boy words?
Yes, you can say big boy words. I want
TSS with F-bombs every second. I mean.
Fuck! Okay, good.
That doesn't mean you can abuse it.
Y'all have no fear. I am the one over here who like lies awake at night worrying about getting canceled. I don't even like keep up like muted slang. Like if somebody says like, oh, that's bussin', like I don't want to say bussin' and find out that it's a racial slur a week later. Like I'm trying not to do anything like that.
Even saying hello now is considered a cancel word.
Oh my god.
Okay, so before we go anywhere further for tonight, let's take a second to say hello to everybody in the call, because given everybody was just going around in circles, I think it only feels appropriate to say hi to everyone for today. So let's say hello to Polly here. Hello, Polly.
Hello, I'm currently cataloging items on Animal Crossing. But
that's great. Wait, that game's still alive? Holy shit.
To me, it is.
Well, I'm very happy, because I put that game after like 3 months of rest, and I'm sad with that, man. I need to play that again soon. They need to update that game more often, man. I'm just saying.
They do.
Yeah, so, okay, moving along, we got our buddy Media Nut, a.k.a. the Nutman himself. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, what is up, guys? It's me. I am currently here sitting with a bowl of mac and cheese.
Hold on. Ooh.
Yeah, moving along from that, we got our other pal, JPRPT98.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is I, JPR, on the pod for the first time since acquiring a 9-to-5 job, which means that I will only be here till 11 o'clock because I have to go to bed at an early time because God, being an adult is a drag sometimes. But yeah, it's great to be here. I thought you guys would be short-staffed tonight, but apparently
Hey, listen,
not.
man, I prefer it when things get wild, so I'm more than happy that
I
things
know
get-
you do.
I know, and I'm pretty confident our fans as well do, which first of all, hi everybody there. Okay, but last but not least, let me go and say hello to someone who I've been talking with for like a couple of weeks now and been wondering when she was ever going to show up on the pod, but hey, she shows up this week, which is great. So let me take this opportunity to welcome our pal Kay as well here. Say hello, buddy.
Hello. My name's Kay. I'm a virtual dog VTuber in a PC near you, and I finally bulled cagey enough to join the PokePod. Let's go.
It took us how long actually? But now, we actually got a VTuber up in this one for tonight. In this
That's
week.
hilarious.
Let it be known, we're going nuts with this upcoming session, ladies and
PokePod
gentlemen.
first.
Yeah, indeed.
Oh my god. Is this PokePod? Scratch it up, put VTuber pod. It's mine now. Get nay-nayed. It's mine now.
Let me just. I'm
so
just gonna go and put a V on somewhere in this goddamn monitor.
Let's go.
But as you can see, we got a whole cast of wild cards going in tonight. I cannot control anybody here. I can't decide where things are gonna go, but I hope everybody has a fun time throughout. So
I also didn't watch the episode subbed, so that's gonna be interesting.
I know you told me about that, but don't worry, that's perfectly
Joke's
fine.
on you. I
All
don't
that
watch
could be
Pokemon
said,
journeys
Kevin.
at all.
Oh,
that
hey,
could be said,
dude, don't say
Be
that.
afraid.
People are listening.
We're gonna get
I'm gonna get canceled.
Listen, man, I already got my ass canceled once before. I don't need you to get to it, buddy. Just say.
It's a wild world out here.
It's a very crazy world,
Alright,
man.
I'm gonna become a VTuber and nobody will know it's me. Kay, can I have your channel?
Wait, can we trade?
You're gonna be like,
How much? We'll trade logins.
you're gonna have like a virtual Lightning McQueen card.
I've always wanted to be a Lightning McQueen VTuber. I think that would be the best thing in the world.
That was gonna be a PokePod. Wait, I'm winning. I can now spread the word that Go is the best companion and the Gen 5 is the best gen. Did it.
Oh my god.
JPR, look what
you passed the test.
look
I'm
what you
DMing
did,
you a
man.
login.
No.
You passed the test.
I did it. I did it. I won.
I'm scared.
I mean, Terrell will agree with you.
Yeah, TSS will also probably agree with you too. So I mean,
Hank Hill VTuber. I don't even know what that is. God dang it, Bobby.
what do you
my
mean with all
God.
these knickknacks and shit?
The only tube that I know of is the one that clean burning propane comes in.
A propane tuber, if you will. Man, okay, so obviously we got quite a lot to go into for tonight. So once again, to say hello to everybody here in this call, to Polly, to Nut, to Kay, to JPR. Welcome aboard, one and all, to another exciting edition of the PokePod. So exactly what are we going to be talking about for this week? Well, there is a presentation happening really soon in just a couple of days. As you guys already know, the Pokemon Presents is going to be happening this week. I believe people told me that it's going to be happening this Wednesday. So there is a lot to look forward to, especially given the fact that the upcoming Present is going to be the biggest one we've ever had for Presents as in general. So roughly 28 minutes from what I'm told. A lot is going to be covered there for Diamond and Pearl Remake, as well as Legends and other content to also come as well. And probably Unite, probably the rumored Pokemon Sleep that we've been waiting for, I don't know, 3-4 years now.
Well, I can't wait for 10 minutes of new Blissey gameplay from Pokemon Unite. I am ecstatic.
Oh my god.
You know, I would have said that the Pokemon Company was really excited for Pokemon Sleep, but honestly, they slept on it for
I'll
too
Pokemon
long.
Sleep through that Pokemon Unite content.
No
that's
pun
for sure.
intended.
Hey, listen,
Dude,
man.
please give me Pokemon Sleep. I need a reason to actually go to bed at normal times. If not, I'll just go to bed at 8 in the morning. I need a reason. I need Pokemon, please.
Well, how bad has it become that we need an application to decide how we control our sleep schedule? Damn it!
I need a
That's
reason.
what I want to know. I'm
Mine
pretty
will be all
confident
over the
those in the
place.
chat here too are also in that same mindset as well, where we've gotten so far into technology that now technology is also going to dictate when the hell we want to go to bedtime at now. which, to be quite honest, I also need one too as an excuse. So, yeah, Pokemon
Honestly,
Sleep. That would be very nice. I don't want to sleep at 3 a.m. no more. Thank you. Buddy. But okay, so obviously we have that to talk about. And then, of course, as you guys already know, we have our buddy here, Kay, as well, joining in for tonight. And given that this is one of those rare instances that we've ever even had a VTuber up in a podcast before, I only feel like it's appropriate to take an opportunity to go and give a little bit of, questions to Kay from the chat, see what they got to say to her, and hopefully Kay will be able to give her responses in the best way possible. So, first of all, Kay,
yes, of course.
but obviously, first of all, thank you for coming through, Kay. We much appreciated on that. I just love how kind of out of nowhere this kind of thing happened, because literally the week of when TSS announced that he was going to be away for a month, you just happened to show up conveniently in the pod itself. Like, the moment that he announced it, you just happened to show up.
We all knew that when TSS went on vacation, we'd have an hour longer to talk.
Yeah.
No, listen. It was my plan all along. I made TSS quit. It was me. It was all my plan. It was my plan to join the Pokemon, I'm telling you.
This was going to be the only way you were going to get anywhere in June.
Oh, yes. Of course. This is how I get in. This is how I get my spot.
Well, there you go, guys. TSS has officially been replaced. I'm not sure where this shit's going to go moving forward. But yeah, so let's see what the chat has to say. Obviously, people have been wondering, because I do believe your recent playthrough on your channel has been the notorious Shadow the Hedgehog game, with, first of all, bless your soul for even attempting to play through that game. I don't know if you're going to 100% it, but...
No. Fuck no. Absolutely not. That game literally gave me brain damage. No. I did
okay,
the
so
one
you've
run and
actually-
I said I'm done.
You've actually...
it's funny you mentioned that. It's really funny you mentioned that.
Explain that.
Because of a certain little bet between a certain Tyrone and I. Oh my gosh. I'll let you guys finish and then I'll share what I have to say here.
Alrighty.
My whole reason for being here is a fun story.
Well, I guess if the chat doesn't have any questions for Kay yet, I guess I'll start off. Kay, first of all, what draws you to be a VTuber, and do you face like any challenges or alternate goals that a regular YouTuber wouldn't have? Like, take us through the process.
Oh, okay. I became a VTuber because I don't want to put makeup on and put a cam on, so I was like, you know what? A model it is. I literally stream in my pajamas. It's great.
That does sound very appealing.
So you're telling me that the only reason why you went VTubing is because at this point you were just considered lazy and just wanted to just let the model do its job for you, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, I didn't want to put makeup on or put nice clothes on, so I literally just put my pajamas on. I'm telling you right now, when I stream, there's no big prep for it. I literally roll out of bed and be like, all right, time to stream, let's go. Turn the camera on and I go. That's it.
As someone who used to stream a lot back in the day, I know the feeling of being like, oh, I woke up with a pimple this morning. I guess I'm not streaming for the next week. So, yeah, I guess that would take care of some issues.
Yeah, and though people do get kind of weird about VTubers, I don't know. Some people are like, ew, you're only famous because you're a VTuber. And I'm like, go away, leave me alone. I'm sorry that I'm better than you.
Oh my god.
So then when deciding to become a VTuber, what was the process that it took for you to decide the model to use when VTubing? How did you
I'm sorry, go ahead. For me, it depends on person to person. Some people get a designer and they go through multiple drafts. Some people have this character they already had. Literally, I just sketched it on paper and said, all right, this looks nice. I scanned it and then I made it a model. That was it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that was always something that caught my attention due to the fact that let's say a lot of people within the PokeTuber community, you see, if you look on if you look on anyone here's profiles, you see Kevin and Polly and others, they have art designed by other artists within the community, and they would usually use them in their video projects. So I was wondering if it's a similar situation where you have someone do the art for you as well, or if you're the one who does it yourself and all that. So that's really cool to know.
Yeah, it depends. Oh, my fan's turned off? What the heck did my computer do?
Oh no.
Oh, the lights turned off? I don't know what happened. We're still going. Anyway, it depends on the person. I drew and designed my original model. Some people hire people. It depends on the person.
Nice.
Yeah. So it'd be a similar process.
Right.
And I guess the ultimate question is really, like, how long did this take to even come to be? Because I don't assume that this is just something that happens in just a month. Like, you stated before, the drafting, the design, and then, of course, the modeling. There has to be so much that goes through behind the scenes. I'm not even sure how long these kind of things take. Like, really, if you like to explain, like, how long did it take for you to then begin? You know?
It really depends on the person. Like, some people, if you just want to, like, go, there's, like, a software called Vroid that literally just, like, you can make a 3D model, like, super fast, and people just, like, slap that on and go, and you can literally make that in an afternoon. Some people, if you want to go, like, really hard, well, people, you have to hire an artist to design it, or you design it yourself, then get an artist, get a rigger, get overlays done. Announcement video, do pre-debut season, which is literally just make a Twitter and advertise yourself for at least like a month to make people know who you are. You gotta get the nice PC to be able to run everything. Gotta get a mic, webcam, or if you're really fancy, an iPhone for tracking. That's another thing. That's a whole other can of worms. VTubing's very expensive. There's lots of little bits and pieces that go into it.
I can assume, especially if you're like having to send these models to others to actually create the structure for it, for moving and rigging and all that. That in itself just sounds horrific enough. I've actually like watched a couple of videos before we got into this pod just to see the process of how a person would go through this on a day-by-day basis, and just the amount of shit that people have to do is insane. Like frame by frame sort of thing, you know. It's like animation in itself, but you're actually using it to create a model altogether, and it's absolutely mind-blowing that we've really grown this far with technology to see this point now with, you know, VTubing being something that's exploding across the nation, really. So
it's a lot more easily accessible now, because before it was like what Kizune AI and like Kaguya Lane, like you need a big company to back you to do it. Now literally anyone can. Like you can literally just grab a webcam. Although someone asked before, I saw in the chat of like what software I use. I use VTube Studio, which is free. There's lots of free softwares to use. It's really easy now to get access to VTubing, which is really interesting, because like before it was something so unobtainable. Yeah, VTube Studio is free.
Yeah, VTube Studio is free. The actual models and stuff, though, that you need to put the money down for, though.
yeah. There's actually lots of free models people have, like, on the internet. You want to download one? There's also a couple free built-in models in VTube Studios. If you really want to try VTubing, there's already some there.
Yeah, I feel from like making models, I've heard that it's like it really is like your creativity, your imagination of whatever it could be. I've seen people online do like models of like from like famous characters of pop culture to heck even other YouTubers. Like I know that Jaden Animations has her own model. There's a couple of other I can think of that has models like Jacksepticeye and some others. It's fun. It's really cool.
Yeah, VTubing is really cool. Like it's definitely something like if you have access to and you have the funds and you're interested, I say why not? VTubing is really fun. Like I don't know, I feel like you bring in lots of different people, like different types of people. Like people assume that VTubing is just like anime people, but like I have friends who exclusively just stream Pokemon and they're VTubers. Like VTubing is basically just like a webcam, except you're an anime person in the corner.
Yeah, it all depends on the creativity that you can put in the field. You know, it's all up to the people themselves to go and envision what they want to do. And I think that's the best part about VTubing. It's one of those rare instances where people can really be as creative as they want to be. You know, there's nothing holding them back really at this point. It's your design 100% of the way through, and you just getting some assistance in the background to make that creation come to life, and then seeing that vision unfold in live streams and seeing it, you know, interact with so many other people. It's just absolutely remarkable that we've come so far with technology. Like, even now, just thinking about it and hearing from your stories, too, and even watching videos out there, it's just absolutely remarkable that we've really seen this kind of growth in the community. Not just for what we see with you, but just for all these other people too. I really love that. It just feels great, you know? And hopefully we get to see more of that in the future too.
Yeah, I hope more VTubers come. Like, I definitely would want to see you guys become VTubers. Like, what do we see? I don't know. I don't know if I've talked to KG about possibly making a VTuber model, so you might see VTuber KG someday.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
we're gonna see a 3D model of Ruby. That'll be great.
That is the one thing. Cool. Like, listen, I've made Ruby be my mascot for a decade now. So, like, literally, it's 10 years since the KG Prestige channel on YouTube was made. So 10 years of Ruby, and I would like to see Ruby's evolution grow into becoming a VTuber as well. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm not sure how I can make a woof into a VTuber though, so I thought that the next
it's been done before. Actually, the first time I ever saw, well, I didn't even know it was called a VTuber at the time. It was like way back in, I want to say 2014, 2015. There's a top Smash Brothers player in Japan. His name is Raito, and he plays Duck Hunt Dog. And he would just play Smash online on like 3DS, and his little webcam would just be like a 3D model of a dog with his glasses on, basically. And it was the most bizarre thing at the time because I had seen nothing like it. But now that you mention it, it could be done. You could definitely make a doggo into a little model there.
I think the only question would be because Ruby, if I remember correctly, Kevin, Ruby is female, right?
No.
No.
No, Ruby's a boy. The whole concept of it.
I always thought Ruby was a female.
No, I would never do that.
Ruby was a female. I can't deny it there.
Nah, see, look, I'm going to just explain it right now to everybody. It's okay. Now, a lot of people, even those that I commission as well for Ruby artwork, they always keep referring to Ruby as a she. And I always have to keep correcting everybody, saying, no, it's a he. I know
the pink throws people off.
Yeah, but don't associate pink with only just feminine stuff. I'm like, hey, listen, guys like pink too. And that's why I said, in my vision, I don't want... Where's the Karen Ruby? I don't want Ruby, the wolf, to be the VTuber. I actually visioned that Ruby would become a humanoid wolf-esque kind of creature, a VTuber. But the thing I want an artist to do is to go the trap approach, because everybody keeps assuming Ruby's a female, that I thought it'd be funny to have him as a male VTuber, but basically be in a trap design. And to those who might not know what a trap design is, watch anime. Astolfo Ruby, there you go.
People are going to click on the stream expecting to hear a female dog, and they're going to hear KG's voice come out.
Hey, listen, man, we got...
Wait, KG, it's funny because you mentioned being canceled. You know trap's a slur, right?
Oh no, KG!
Well, welcome to the final session of the PokePod World Podcast. My name is KG.
You guys didn't hear that. We have to edit it out.
Where's the beep button? God damn.
I can't keep up anymore.
It's essentially it's a slur because people... it's in and of itself it's not, but because if you say a slur to like trap to a trans person, it invalidates their gender. That's why.
Right.
That's why it's like even nowadays it's just so hard to even say a word without not in any bad way. It's just like times have changed, you know. Things that were easily something that you could say back then is something that you cannot say nowadays. Like, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with the blind playthrough incident that happened earlier this year, where now we can't say that because it does offend people. To now we've converted that into saying like first playthrough, or you know, something of that sort, a beginner's playthrough, something to where we can no longer say blind playthrough anymore.
And it's crazy on YouTube, you can't say that Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are the worst Pokemon games anymore. You'll get canceled for that too. You know, changing time all over the place.
Okay.
Good segue, though.
Good segue.
Diamond and Pearl are the worst Pokemon games. They're okay. I'd say Gen 1's kind of garbo, and Gen 3 also kind of garbo. But
okay, I was only half joking.
Goldfarb is the best composer of the Pokemon.
Okay, you were never allowed to say that. I mean, that's been outlawed since 2013.
I thought we were friends.
Gen 1 sucks. Gen 1's actually garbo. Don't worry, besties. I got you. Me and all my Pokemon hot takes. I got you. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got you.
Listen, I'm perfectly fine if you have your hot takes, but for some reason, I feel like I'm gonna get the brute force out of all of this. I don't know why.
Don't worry, bestie.
Did I hear something illegal? Yes, you did, Sergi. Oh, speaking of Sergi, actually, let me take a second real quick to go and thank him, because I did ask for a commission in the background, and this is something I did kind of want to announce, hence why I was also shocked with my buddy here, Media Nut, dropping in, because I was not expecting you in this week, honestly, hence why the thing I was working in the background wasn't something that gonna also have you in it. This week, Kay, of course, I talked with in the background and asked for her to join us. And because of that, I also asked my buddy Sergi to also help me out with something. So what I told him was that I would like for him to work on a commission of Kay's design alongside with Ruby, as you can see right now on the screen. This is something I'm going to be working on from now on, just to make the, if you guys can see the pose here, if you guys are fans of the Sun and Moon series, or, you know, aka
I went Mask when
Royal.
I saw it.
Yeah, there is a familiar pose striking with these two here.
This looks amazing.
So
it's so good.
That's very good.
Yeah, once again, to my buddy Sergi out there, he is killing it with the artwork.
There's an head. I can't see. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
wow, yay!
He did an amazing job. I absolutely love it, and this is something that I guess I can announce moving forward. In future sessions, whenever I do invite guests, of course, I'll ask them in advance and whatnot. We'll also get to see some artwork accompany them as well, just to kind of coincide with them, just to make their entrances or even returns to the podcast just feel a little bit more special. I got into that point now where I can actually do this kind of thing consistently.
Shit.
So, yeah, very happy with that.
So cool. Tyrone, we're mad at you. You're not supposed to
go.
be here right now.
Wait, what the hell? I'm not supposed to be here?
Yeah, you didn't get the memo. We kicked you out.
What the fuck? You can't kick me.
Didn't you get the contract termination?
Wait, no, don't be
This establishment.
Oh, Evie.
I brought Evie with me.
Ah, shit, he brought Evie as a testimony. God damn it, man.
You can't kick me out. I've built this fucking establishment that you all walk on to this day,
Tyrone, you've breached the contract, buddy. You're out of here.
Bestie, you built it, but it's mine now. Leave.
Oh,
It
shit.
is
Well, she's
Tyrone,
saying
you've
leave.
been taken over by a VTuber. Let it be known that that's your downfall.
If she said I gotta leave, I gotta get the fuck out of here. My bad, y'all. Sorry for disturbing y'all.
Oh, shit. Okay, let's go say hello to everybody in the call once again. Tyrone, first of all, hi there, buddy. Glad to see you on
Hey
board.
guys, how's it going?
And, of course, you brought somebody with you, too. Evie, as well. How you doing, Evie?
Hey, I was just minding my own business when Tyrone all of a sudden asked me, "Hey, yo, I need to represent here. Come with what?" And
Yeah. And you got your ass
Tyrone,
dragged in here for
are
no
you
one.
the dude who brings other people
wait.
to people's birthday parties? Because you are the scum of the earth. I tell you what.
Wait, Alpha, is you being Tyrone's representative, is that why your profile shows, I don't know if I'm looking at it correctly, but is that a derpy Eevee on top of a lawyer's body? Like suit and tie and everything?
if you want to take it that way, that could also be my PhD picture as
I
well.
brought my representative, Evie.
For some reason, all he could say is Evie. I can't understand a single thing.
You guys tried to kick me out. I was like, my lawyers are here from this.
Ladies and gentlemen of the
God.
jury. You hear Evie's a bit like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, but then you hear all the other humans just here be like,
Yeah, just like, he actually has like this super deep ass voice, but then when you switch it to the human side, all they hear is just cute little Eevee grunts, and I'm like, the fuck? What kind of edition of Law and Order we got tonight?
Hey, listen,
Oh no,
Detective
I accidentally
Pikachu.
opened something. No, what the hell? Why is the
Listen.
Pokemon music playing? What the fuck?
Listen, guys. Detective Pikachu popped off, so Attorney Eevee obviously is the sequel.
Why did the
honestly,
Pokemon music
I
just
would
play
not
in the
be- I would
background?
not
What the fuck?
You know you would watch Attorney Eevee.
I would.
I
Like,
would.
just have
too.
Scarlett Johansson voice Eevee.
Yes.
If you're entitled to lung cancer, mesothelioma, you could.
Personally,
have
if
a
I
good
did make a Attorney Eevee movie, Sarah Silverman would voice Eevee, but that's my.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
personal choice. Yeah.
Oh no. Sarah Silverman would be perfect. The only reason why I brought in Scarlett Johansson is because the whole Ryan Reynolds Scar Joe thing with Marvel.
Wait, Ryan Reynolds is stuck with that issue too now? No, I know. I understood of Scarlett's. I didn't know about. I didn't know about. Ryan Reynolds.
No. What I'm saying is that the two actors don't like each other. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, well, don't worry, because Scarlett Johansson's dead now. So I mean, it's perfectly fine.
How can you not like Ryan Reynolds?
Eevee's voiced by Ryan Reynolds. No, that's Pikachu being voiced by Ryan Reynolds.
No, I think it
We're
has
talking
something
about
to
the
do with
same woman who decided to sue Disney.
Bro, she's winning. What a boss babe. Wait.
Yeah, she actually she's actually doing some changes. So yeah.
I just remember that. I just remember that.
Disney.
I just remember that scene from the Avengers. She goes, "We're still friends, right?" And then they replace Hawkeye with Mickey, and it's like, depends on how hard you sue me.
Now this is a Kingdom Hearts game I don't remember. Jesus Christ.
Exactly. You can be Kingdom Hearts parking lot, except in the parking lot can be in the Disney headquarters.
Ah, shit.
Oh my gosh.
I remember seeing a meme with Commander Hux from Star Wars, and it was like, I don't want to see Scarlett Johansson win. I just want to see the mouse lose.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend? Question mark?
All right. This court is now in session. Miss Scarlett Johansson, your attorney, please. Evie comes back around.
Not guilty. All right, moving on to next case.
Not guilty. Wait a minute. You're suing somebody. There is no guilty and not guilty. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Wait. So if Tyrone is on trial and Evie's the defendant, who's the judge and who's the prosecutor?
Oh my god.
Obviously the mouse.
Clarify the jury, the defendant, and the plaintiff.
What is the bailiff? Because I was asked to do that the other day.
You asked to be a bailiff?
I don't know.
Polly, the bailiff is basically like the security guard, if you want to put it in the most simplistic form.
I imagine Polly just nudges someone. Like, you have to go, I guess. You have to go.
Well,
yeah, the bailiff is the one who brings in and out basically the defendant.
If somebody goes crazy in court, the bailiff has to tackle them. Polly, you ready to tackle somebody?
That sounds like
Okay, wait, are we about to find out that Polly secretly is a lot more violent than what we give her credit for?
Secretly.
Never
a secret.
She threatens violence all the time if you diss Johto.
Exactly. She threatened me for no reason one time.
In the pod, too. We have evidence.
In the pod, we have footage. Bring my attorney. Bring my attorney.
Yeah, it seems like you'd be like, oh, Polly, how are you today? And she'll be like, oh, I'm mad at you for something.
Yup.
You're about to leave at 11 o'clock, so I'm already gearing up.
Oh my god.
Energy.
It was over before it even started. God.
Unlike X and Y, Tyrone, what the fuck is happening?
I'm like, PP is
Sleep with an eye
gone.
open tonight is basically how I'm going to say on that situation. Jesus Christ, man. I love this call right now today.
God.
Okay, dog, what do you want, doggy?
Puppy?
No, the dog over here, he's just whining again.
Never mind, not me, dog. Okay.
Not you, dog. Listen, you different, dog. I'm talking to my dog over here.
Other dog.
Wait, Kevin, I think I hear it. I think I hear
No,
it
that's what I'm
whimpering in
saying.
the
He's
background.
right in my face right now. And I don't know what
Aww, he's
Hold
sad.
on. Let me go give him love real quick. You guys try to handle the
You
situation.
need attention.
We got this.
What would
Right,
TSS say about this? He would start talking about Japan or Waffle House or something. So
Probably, yeah.
No, actually, no. I would be talking
The
about
arcade
the.
machine.
I'd be talking about the onigiri that they served near the Waffle House at the corner of 51st.
Tyrone, I don't know why, but you going no, that was the perfect TSS
TSS right
Yeah, I'm
there.
pretty good at
So
impressions. I'm pretty good at impressions.
It's the onigiri, thank you.
No, actually, no. Fuck, what the fuck was it?
TSS, we love you, buddy. If you're watching,
TSS.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We miss you.
And also, we miss you. We did a really powerful
Yeah.
send off when he left. He's coming back, obviously, but man, that was
TSS
that was
is
hard
dead
stuff.
for the next month.
I feel
Yeah,
like
when
ever-
KG said the names of everyone else in the PokePod except for me, he's like JPR and Terrell and Nessa and Tyrone and everybody.
I have a good explanation for that. The
My heart.
only reason why I brought those up even though they weren't in the call, their names popped up in the chat. So I was like, oh, right, I could just point them out. They're in the chat right now. Look at that.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
you're putting a lot of faith that KG's brain thought that far.
My brain is that of a goldfish. How do you think? I'm not like big brain over here. Only Peabody size right there.
Listen, it be like that, besties. It's smooth. It's like a koala. Koala brain, smooth, no wrinkles. Wrinkles got ironed out.
Exactly. That's why during my streams, every time I shout out everybody, they're like, shit. Who did I forget? Shit. Like, I'm literally melting down because my brain's turned into a blank muffin.
Yeah.
Yo,
Kuro
Casey,
says
I'm
it
gonna
best.
KG, I'm gonna have to ask for a sample of your brain so I can do MRI. Once I become a certified psychologist,
Wait,
I
what?
understand you better.
Jesus.
Wait. I'm not sure if I heard this correctly. First, you're a lawyer. Now you're gonna do an MRI.
Hey, look, in psychology, you could get yourself a job in a lot of fields, even within the law.
I
So
can see that.
what the hell not?
You're
done.
You're pretty self-sufficient for an Eevee.
Oh my god. Wait.
Hey, EVs are adaptable to work at any jobs.
I'm pretty sure one of its
not
abilities
wrong.
is adaptability, isn't it?
No, I mean, take it this way. Eevee has some evolutions with a lot of different types. It kind of works the
my
same way with
God, you're
psychology.
right.
You know? So Eevees are pretty flexible when you think about it.
I'm dead.
Jesus Christ.
I'm in pain.
Hell,
Pain
I could be a
tackle.
lawyer, doctor, businessman, professional photographer. Name it.
You know, just girl boss things. Do whatever you want. Whatever business I want today is what it is.
What?
Whatever
Where is that
Eevee
espresso
wants,
maker?
Eevee does.
Anyway.
What is that sound?
What sound?
What? Yeah, that was like a splash.
It sounded so weird.
Holly,
in my
what did you
headphones.
do?
It sounded
I'm
so
sorry.
weird in my headphones.
I'm
Oh my
sorry, I
God.
was thirsty. I'm sorry.
Wait, that was you?
Okay, listen.
Yes.
Okay. For context, I am out of town. I'm at my dad's house, so I didn't bring my nice professional mic. I have this shitty USB mic. So if I cut out or make weird sounds, that is why.
Oh, you're doing the Nessa. Okay, I see how it is.
I didn't want
I don't know
context.
what that means, but yes.
Listen, I didn't want context. It was funnier that way.
I don't even know what it sounds like. I'm just like.
I'm over
I
here
like the
thinking,
idea that it was
oh
just
my
random
God,
water noises.
I just heard like the Minecraft bucket noise, and I was like, what is that?
Why are you playing games in the dark? I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, okay, I know Kay, she has professional mic, all that stuff. She's gonna be perfectly fine. She comes in, I'm like, holy shit!
I'm sorry. I'm usually very professional. However, listen, I drove 4 hours. My monitor cracked in the process. I have a shitty USB mic,
Follow you.
and I have like this $5 headphones from like Five Below.
Guys, if you go to Kay's VTuber stream right now, she might just drink water.
It's just saying, gamers. She drank water.
Wait, how much-
But
wait,
don't y'all
hold
know
up.
that usually? Yeah, sorry.
Hold up, how much money?
Wait, question. How much do you think I would get donut for drinking water? How much do you? How much would I make drinking? Period.
Yes.
At the request.
Yes.
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 God, I love this group tonight. I never thought this would be the most chaotic group we've had all session of the pod, but here we are right now.
I mean, when you think about it, Kevin, you literally have you got lawyer, MRI, Dr. Eevee over here. You got Tyrone the defendant. You got a guy by the name of Nut, and you have a VTuber. What are you expecting?
I think what's funny is you literally have the people who are never on also.
You've also got Nuts arch nemesis here from the Smash tournament. That was fun.
You have me, JPR, and Eevee.
Join you one day.
You do have a weird amalgamation
We
of
can
people
make
combined today.
another tournament.
Yeah. And let it be known, I won that tournament, which, thank you,
I'm
everybody.
proud
for
of
that.
you.
What?
Dustin.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
On whose record?
Hey,
On
listen,
whose
man, did you not
record?
remember how that stream ended? It clearly had my name at the top, buddy. Just saying.
Yes. I
guess
forgot
if
the
you go
amended results.
I guess if you want to go for representation, you're nothing but a winner. But like freaking the
Hey.
people who did the hard work, that was all me and JPR.
Listen, you guys carried, so that way I can do all the easy shit.
Are you satisfied? Nuts and I beat the crap out of each other for a half hour for your entertainment, and this is what we get.
I like not beat the crap out of each other.
Yep.
Oh man.
Nah, you can say the better way to put it is Nut and I busted each other up until
Whoa,
the end.
okay.
See, you were trying too hard. The natural joke came out as a flow.
Oh,
What?
Oh, you
I said
can't say it like that, Tyrone.
Very comedically
I
humorous.
know a thing or two about comedy.
Comedy gold.
Why is it every time
happening right
Tyrone and I spend together, it's always him trying to teach me a new lesson on comedy.
Somebody new would
It's
join the
always a new one.
podcast, and Tyrone would be like, "Oh, your comedic timing was rather poor there, my friend."
Oh my god.
Like,
Tyrone, you're
that
so
accent.
great. Please teach me the comedy gold that I need. Teach me. How do I be funny?
I can teach you your ways, but you're gonna have to drink water first.
Wait, now I want to
I
do.
got you, bestie. You want me to start drinking some more water? I got you.
Wait, if we're taking comedy classes, does that mean Tyrone is Mike from Monsters at Work then? He's just Mike Wazowski now?
Oh my god, no.
All right, next PokePod logo, we gotta like cover up Tyrone's face.
I love kindergarten. Best 3 years of my life.
Oh man.
Can't just be me, Tyrone, can be very funny. Oh, that's easy. That's so easy. I can bully anyone. Oh my god, this is easy.
Nah, Kay,
No
you're
one
gonna have to
the joke right now is you.
Nah, Kay, you're gonna have to be Roz if that's the case, just to mess with Tyrone then.
I'm excited. I love bullying people. Wait, I don't even redeem for that on stream to bully people. Wait, I love this. Listen, it's easy to bully Q. He's literally a bottom. It's so easy.
What are you doing?
What? It's so easy to bully people. Like, call them bottoms or like dumb or they're or like
I can't have that power. I can't do that.
You can call someone a bottom.
like, oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious.
Sorry,
I want to know what Tyrone's opinion is on
Librarian
comedy
Tyrone.
movies, because I hate comedy movies. I always
I
hate
hate
when
comedy movies too,
when
actually,
people
John.
when people are trying to make me laugh. You know,
Yeah,
like, if
then
it's
it's
like
not
in
funny.
conversation, I'm like, oh, that was funny. But like if I walk into a comedy and I know they're trying to make me laugh, I'm just like, stop trying.
Yeah,
Like,
John, you are absolutely.
it's like those try not to laugh compilations. Like just by the title, I'm not gonna laugh.
Yeah.
You are
guys-
absolutely right, John. Like when you go into a comedic movie and they try too hard, that's when you fail. Like the comedy is supposed to be a natural like progression.
So, what would you consider a comedy gold kind of film then?
Oh, the movie
Talladega
Titanic. No, I'm
Nights.
just kidding.
Like for me, it'd obviously be Paul Blart Mall Cop, obviously.
Oh my
So that's
God.
great.
I'm gonna say, recently I saw Free Guy, and that honestly, I had a great time. Like, very funny, very heartfelt.
Oh yeah,
very
like
funny. Ryan Reynolds
movies-
always does a good job.
movies that are labeled as comedy, like in the moment, like obviously you know going in Deadpool's gonna be funny. It's funny in the moment, obviously, but the jokes usually don't carry unless you know like there's a specific joke in there. Usually, I find it based on like what I've watched and researched. The funniest jokes that carry over and are quoted are usually the jokes that not a lot of people like bursted out laughing at. The ones
You know what else I hate, Tyrone? You know what else I
What?
hate? When there's like a joke they plaster all over the movie trailer.
Yeah.
They do this a lot in
Yeah.
Marvel. And then people will go in the movie and it's like, I know 80% of y'all have seen the trailers. You know this joke is coming up. And then they hear it and they laugh like it's the first time they heard it. And like, shut up and just watch the
kinda
movie.
appreciate-
You already know about
I
it.
appreciate the way that Marvel does it though, because
That's
you
like
you
the angriest
can bring
I've
up.
heard.
You could bring up a joke like, let's say, like the language.
If a joke is in the trailer, don't laugh at it when it's in the movie. God, I hate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I might disagree with you on that one, JPR, because like you have Age of Ultron, and like in Age of Ultron, you have the language joke, and it's like every time I shut it felt, I don't know, it felt good. Maybe it's the Marvel fan in me. I enjoyed that joke. I think it's funny.
I think it's the build up to that joke because when you're
I was
watching
gonna
the
say,
trailer,
build
you don't
up,
know what
'cause
you're
now you
getting.
have
So, like, if
context.
I hear it in the movie theater after I've heard it in the trailer, I'm not gonna like laugh out loud if I think it's still funny. I'm just gonna like exhale like through my nose, basically. You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna do it like at a non-audible
I'm not
level.
gonna.
Where, like,
I'm not gonna
disrupting
laugh.
anything.
I'm gonna exhale with humorous intent. Like
Basically, yeah.
I think it's what Tyrone said though. It's that like comedy with context always seems to be very like rewarding, and I think that's what Marvel excels at. Is that that's the thing. Their comedy is usually built off of context. Of first, they start off the joke as just a one-liner of some kind, but then later on, whether it's in the same movie or a different movie, even it comes back as a form of like, hey, if you've seen this before, like you have the concept of this joke, thus making it funny. Like if you were to watch that one episode of Family Guy and like Peter goes through the whole process of why was the all fruits joke funny. It's like, oh, see, like now is it now
And then
is it worth
then you
it?
turn
Now
into
on the-
Captain America and you're like, I understood that reference.
now on that opposite
Exactly.
end, ripping something out of context and then putting it into something with no context can sometimes be funny too. Imagine nowadays if we had a new Avengers trailer for Endgame for not Endgame. What was the one that came before it?
Infinity War.
Infinity War. Imagine if we had a new Infinity War trailer and they'd be like, coming this summer. Why is Gamora? Like, just take that quote out and don't give it any context.
No, I will say, I like it when they have a joke in the trailer and then the actual movie comes out and they replace the joke with a different joke. So they catch you off guard. Like, you're like, oh, that was already funny in the trailer, but they made it funnier by changing the joke in the actual movie. So it's not what you expected.
They did that in Wreck-It Ralph 2 for some reason. So, like, and it goes, because in the trailer, you see the one where Ralph feeds the bunny all the pancakes until it fucking explodes. But that scene isn't in the movie at all. And then to the post...
It's an end credit.
Yeah, in the post-credit scene, the girl is complaining that scene isn't in the movie, but she's still playing her tablet, so the scene comes in, and
that's like super meta, basically.
Yeah, it's meta joke. Yeah, it's a meta as fuck.
Okay,
that was like the best
weird.
good moment in the movie.
More
though,
meta
let's be
than
real.
Ralph
That's the only
picking
good moment
you up.
Really quiet. Silence is golden.
I listen, guys, don't scare me like that. You guys were talking over each other, and I was so scared the moment it stopped because I thought my internet went kaput.
Someone said something, and then we all were just like, "What?"
Yeah, everybody in their mind said what, but nobody actually said what.
A true Bond phenomenon is just like when you're all talking in a podcast group, and then everybody just goes silent.
And somehow everybody understood each other at the same time. I don't understand how that works.
Hey, that's synergy.
Yeah, I guess so. Which, speaking of synergy, I need to ask you this, buddy. Why is he here? Well, okay, Tyrone, I know for me, I know the context, but I feel like a lot of viewers might not understand completely why Nut is here in this session.
I lost a fucking bet.
Go in further detail, buddy, for everybody to
say that now. Can I say the story if possible?
Oh,
sure, go right ahead. I think Tyrone will feel more comfortable if somebody said it.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right, fine. All right, so basically, long story short, the reason why I have made my wonderful return to the pod is simply just because for the past couple of weeks now, I've been joining Tyrone on his Pokemon Unite stream because he knows that I enjoy playing the game a lot, and he and I were playing a lot together. So we figured, why not just do it on the stream? So then last stream, Tyrone really, really, really wanted to play a ranked match on stream. And due to, let's just say, my experience with Tyrone and other players within his stream, I felt like we were, let's just say, ill-prepared to take on the world.
Fucker didn't believe in us.
I did not believe in you at all. With that in mind, Tyrone being Tyrone, we're talking about the same Tyrone that wanted to take the hard way of the Mario Sunshine special level stages. You know what I'm talking about.
Never did I think somebody would bring up Sunshine.
So Tyrone and I, being the good yet competitive friends that we are, decided to put things into a wager. Tyrone saying, "All right, Nut, let's make a bet. if and this is the funny the funny thing comes with the bets that we made, because it's not just one, it's two. The first bet was simply, if I remember correctly, if he won a game of ranked with the team that he builds up from his stream, then I have to appear on the PokePod and explain and go through an entire speech about why Pokemon Journeys is the greatest anime ever made, and why Pokemon X, Y, and Z fails in comparison. Because for those of you who are unaware,
no, I didn't want you to attack X and Y. I just wanted you to defend the Journeys.
You said you wanted me to specifically say that X, Y, and Z does not compare to Journeys.
No. KG wanted that.
Oh,
KG hopped in the chat. Yeah, KG said that in the chat because you were like, no, I like XY too, so it would hurt me.
Oh, got it. Because for some of you who don't know, just like Tyrone, I am also an XY fan. With that in mind, if I were to win, then I still get to be on the pod. But Tyrone also has to rewatch Sun and Moon, review it, and have me show up as a cameo. I'm not going to say what the cameo is.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Done. But I get to say some stuff as a cameo in that video. That's all I'm gonna say. So Tyrone and his team go in bravely, taking on ranked, believing in themselves, the power of friendship, the heart of the cards, and they get wrecked.
Hold on.
You had so much fate in yourself in that moment to put even a bet of that magnitude under your belt.
Hold on. Let me defend myself here. First of all, to be fair, we actually did pretty well in that fight, considering that I can only talk to about 2 other people in that chat. I couldn't talk to my whole team. I could only talk to
four-year-olds. It was the 4-year-olds' fault. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. No, we had. I brought a couple of. So the team consisted of me, Orion Sword. Who else? It was me, Ty, Orion Sword, and 2 others. And 2 other, and Hyprov, and I think Goggles came in the second one.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So and Turbo, there was Turbo. So I let the chat join too. So I couldn't communicate with 2 of the people that were on the chat. So we're already down communication 2 people. So any strategies that we were gonna do weren't gonna work because we can't talk to our partners. We still wound up. We lost, but we lost by like, I want to say 100 points. So it wasn't even like a total ass whooping. It was just like a very close. We almost made it. But lack of communication.
Tyrone be like, man, we only lost by triple digits.
I mean, listen, you're not wrong.
Listen, it didn't say 1,000 or some shit. The point being is that I had already made, once I made the bet, and the only reason I made the bet was because every time Goggle and I kept on saying we wanted to do rank, Nut would just be like, Nah, I don't think you guys should do rank. And I'm like, why the fuck not? Let's do rank. And like I said, in our defense, we did pretty good.
My reasoning for not wanting to do rank is more the fact that look, in any other game, I am a pretty good sport. Like JPR, he and I play Smash quite a bit together. He beats me a good amount of times, and I believe myself to be a rather good sport. Competitive, but a good sport. In Pokemon Unite, the ranking system is terrifying. Well, I have been lucky enough to get myself up to veteran rank, which is not easy to get, because there's like, it's not just you go to beginner rank, then novice rank, then no. There are levels of these ranks. So it's like beginner rank, then beginner rank 1, beginner rank 2, beginner rank 3. I got to veterans rank after getting through expert level 5 rank. There are 5 levels of the expert rank. So I'm like, I kind of don't want to play. I kind of don't want to risk losing that place.
He wanted to protect his punk ass rank.
Hey, he had good reason, man. Just when you get to the top, you want to stay at the top, don't you?
Exactly.
Oh, I want to point out, Media never joined us in it. Like, imagine if he had actually been on the team, then we would have won.
Just make a Smurf account. There's your answer.
Exactly.
The thing is more the idea that it's like, in Pokemon Unite is definitely not one of those games where one guy can carry the entire team. Like, you really need synergy throughout all of it.
Oh, you can't with a credit card.
I can kill as many of the other
Exactly.
Pokemon
That's
as
like you
possible.
underestimate the power of money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can beat as many of the other opposing team members' Pokemon as possible. That's fine. It's scoring that's a problem, and that's the thing. Like the rest of the team doesn't seem to understand the fact that it's like, no, you gotta score as much as possible. Like, you can kill the other team and that's fine, but that's not gonna get you points. It's the scoring that matters in Pokemon Unite, and that's the thing that worried me. So then, anyways, that's the first bet. That was the first bet.
The first bet. Yeah, there's two bets.
As if the penalty wasn't already harsh enough.
Yeah. So that was the first bet. The
second bet's not that bad,
Tyrone decided that that after like after losing that first one, Tyrone decided at one point, you know what, Nut? Like, Goggles is here now, and it's gonna be funny, entertaining. I'm assuming that's what he was thinking. So it's like, let's raise the stakes. And I'm like, oh, really? So the idea is, so now the bet is, we keep the stuff that we said in the original bet, and then we add to it, where now it's, if Tyrone wins this next game, with Goggle Master included. Now, Goggles is such an important aspect of this story, because for those of you who are unaware, if anyone in the stream has played a game of Pokemon Unite with Goggle Master, by the way, Goggles, if you're watching this, love you, bro. You're amazing. You're the best. Shout out to you. But Goggles needs practice in Pokemon Unite.
Now, in his defense, he was getting better. All right.
Yeah, no. In that game, he did fantastic. But every other game prior, let's just say, I began to notice a bit of a pattern when it comes to team formation of who would win and who would lose. And it just so happens that every team Goggle joined happened to not be so lucky.
Yeah.
That's even like the water boy in a football match right then and there.
The matches that, because we played a lot of matches of Unite that Thursday, and all of the ones that I won, Goggle wasn't present.
Damn, man.
So basically what happened, so Tyrone wanted to defend his own honor, but I think he also wanted to defend Goggles in that sense and be like, let's prove ourselves together. So Goggles and Tyrone, in the end, it's like, okay, here we go. We're going to do this, and here's the bet. If Goggles and Tyrone and their team win this next match, then I have to subscribe to Tyrone's Twitch account, right?
Yep.
That was if I lose. But if they lose, then, well, let's just say, Key, that recent game that you said you were playing on your streams, remember I mentioned it's funny you mentioned that? It's really funny that you mentioned that.
Oh, no. What did you do?
Hold on. I'll say this because it's my channel. So after Indivisible, because I lost the bet, I got to bring media along with me because the next game I play after Indivisible on Wednesday will be Shadow the Hedgehog.
Okay,
what is this? What's with the shadow surgeon? Holy shit!
Listen, Bessie, as someone who just played it recently, it is painful because it's not like Sonic Adventure where it's just like broken, like the game just doesn't work.
It's agonizing.
Like, there's just so many things happening in a span of 3 seconds that I just get confused. Like, you'll see things exploding, people shooting at you. Do you shoot the good people or the black creatures? What's happening? There's so much happening.
Also, the naming in the game is very poorly timed. But
it is
very dated.
Oh, it's so dated.
Oh, Terrell. Terrell, you're right. I was gonna play it, but now the incentive is to play it and bring Nut along. Now he's coming with me. Also, Kay, do you want to come with me too? Since we already did this together.
No. I mean, like whoever wants to join us, that's more than fun. That's great. It's just, for a while, for those of you who are in the chat who know me or have heard me on the podcast before, I'm a sucker for podcasts. I love being on these. Whenever I get a chance to be on the PokeChat or PokePod or any of the other podcasts in the community, I'm always gonna say yes because I'm a sucker for hopping onto the streams or whatever they are. But as much as I love Pokemon, I'm also a massive, and Tyrone knows this, I'm a massive fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. So Tyrone has been streaming Sonic games for so long, and I've been watching them for so long. And I remember I was like, Tyrone, if you ever need a friend to hop on, just awkwardly, hey Tyrone, if you ever need a pal, a friend, a buddy.
Ooh, can I please play Sonic with you? Ooh, kind of epic. Oh, yeah, Discord kid. Oh my god.
And meanwhile, I'm here like, God damn it. God fucking
The funny
damn
thing
it.
is, you want to know what's funny though? For me, what would have made this even better? Because I'm already excited to go on this adventure with you for Shadow. But I'm gonna be honest, the best scenario for me would have been is if you, instead of you recommending Shadow the Hedgehog, because I know at some point you're gonna have to because you're doing it in order. But for me personally, because this is personally one of my favorite Sonic games, I would have been so happy if the wait, hear me out. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. I understand that. I accept it, but I would have been so much happier if the bet was I joined Tyrone for when he plays Sonic 06.
Oh, well, of course.
Oh my god, what?
Because I love Sonic 06.
I already have a plan for guests when it comes to I already have a plan for
Wait, we have a new challenger.
Yo, what's up?
I went from being absolutely infuriated to now I'm just like,
I am in pain.
Tyrone.
What?
I can't even express this in the only way I can express this is a simple way, and I mean this as nicely as I can possibly mean it.
You fucking don't.
You don't even know what I'm about to say. You don't even know what I'm about to say.
Bullshit.
What?
I'm in shambles.
How are you?
I need to spend Greece for share this point.
Why did you do this? What in your mind made you think this was a good idea? Oh,
He was too overconfident, man. That's the thing.
What's so punishing about being subscribed to your Twitch channel?
No, I'm talking about no. The subscription isn't the problem. The issue is you bet not in a situation where you were highly. It was very much against you to lose, and your thought process was, let's watch the series of Pokemon you're not that fucking interested in about. It's literally the least. I think it's your second least favorite next to fucking Journeys, for God's sakes. And then on top of that, let's have Nut join you in a game of Shadow the Hedgehog, which, as much as I hate to admit it, I think the joke there is that Nut is the punishment in Shadow the Hedgehog. That's just me. That could be me.
It's him getting the benefit. He wants to join that, so he's getting what he wants.
But Taro, why would you do that to yourself? And you're the guy who openly talks about your bad luck on multiple occasions, and I don't know in what world you thought this was gonna work out for you.
You want to know what makes it even more magical? Not only does he consistently talk about his bad luck when it comes to a lot of these gaming situations, he also, and I know this for a fact, he also openly talks a lot about his bad luck with me in video games. Every time he and I go up against each other,
you did this. This is you hoeing right now. That's gotta be what this is, Tyrone. You obviously did this for some publicity or something, because otherwise this shit don't make no fucking sense. Bruh, there are words I want to call you that I don't want to get Twitch banned, right? I don't want to get KG's channel fucked up right now. I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave, and you need to check the messenger after the stream.
God.
and then you're gonna hear it. Okay, that's all I need to say. I'm so fucking. I honestly want to flip my table. That's how fucking annoyed. This shit is stupid. This shit is beyond. You know what?
Oh,
Oh my god. Actually, if anyone wants to check, well, I guess John, KG, Polly, y'all check the messenger in a little bit. I'm about to have. I have some words.
PG, I need your phone number.
It's past my bedtime. I have to go to work tomorrow.
No.
So
Well, I didn't watch the episode. That's why I'm not sticking around. Also,
well, neither did I, Terrell. So we're bouncing out at the same time.
Yeah,
a lot of you guys are bouncing. Well, okay. Well, the No View crew over here. We got like 4 people who never watched the episode.
Hey. By the way, I just want to say that I did watch the movie actually, and I did a movie review. It was the last video on my channel. If you guys
You just came here to plug.
See, John knew what the fuck was up. He's like, bro, let me get these views real quick.
Let me get in on these 77 views.
I even made an anti-spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen Secrets of the Jungle.
Get your YouTube money, John. Get your YouTube money. Get that YouTube money.
Don't let that YouTube money make you.
All right. I appreciate y'all having me on. Kay, it was nice to talk to you and everybody else for a long time. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great night. Everybody...
Oh, I don't have the same illustrious words, but I love VTubers, so I've enjoyed the audio ramblings I've heard so far. And I'm gonna casually check out a Twitch channel for the next hour after I curse Tyrone out in the fucking messenger. No. That's Tyrone can listen to it at his leisure. Spoiler.
Okay.
He won't listen to it. But that's besides the point. It's fine.
I say? I mean.
No.
Can I say? I feel like.
I'm leaving.
I currently feel
good
like
night.
Spider-Man.
Good night.
Kevin.
Well,
bye guys.
Kevin, there was a confirmation code set you to your phone number, and I need you to.
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Wait, that was you? I got so scared. I thought somebody chipped into my account.
no.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I need to log on to the Twitter account.
Oh, whose?
The PokePod.
Oh my god.
Wait, I have that account?
This is great.
Oh my god.
Bestie,
Am I that much of a
you should know
punishment?
if you have the account or not.
Alola.
Are you serious?
I have the account. Hold on a second.
Bestie.
I'm sorry. I don't pay attention to what I do and do not.
Oh my.
And I don't remember making another. Why did you do this with my number?
Wait, you gave them your phone number?
No, she used my number. I got a random ass text message just now telling me something. Okay.
Look, I needed to
it
use a
you.
different phone number, so
Okay.
naturally I just did the leaders.
Oh my god. Sully, that's
So
illegal.
naturally, I'll use the number of another person. Okay, I see how it is.
Oh my god. You people are
Can you
insane.
just enter the confirmation
Okay, I'll
code?
send it to you in the thing.
Thank you.
I'm scared because
Look,
I feel.
this is to retweet Kay's post.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you.
Also,
We gotta do some
just to
good
make
publicity
sure,
here.
this is Polly we're talking to right now, right? This is the Polly.
Word.
Okay, good. Yeah, I just needed a confirmation audio voice clip there. There you go. Here's the number, buddy.
Don't relive Kevin.
But yeah, am I the only one who can't help but feel like I don't know who here has seen the show. I don't blame you if you haven't. But I can't help but feel like I'm the Spider-Man within that one awkward episode of Avengers Assemble where the Avengers broke up and like they're trying to fight Ultron. And then the other Avengers are asking Iron Man, okay, Iron Man, you brought in a secret weapon to fight Ultron, something he would never expect. And what's the secret weapon? Spider-Man shows up, and everyone's like looking at Iron Man, be like, you're kidding, right? You brought him? And I'm like, is that me? Am I the Spider-Man in this situation?
Yes, you're the sane one in the group. I have no idea what we got into tonight.
I thought we were friends. I thought I was welcomed. Nah, man.
Oh, good God. Okay, so I think
And I'm one of the
everybody
few
knows.
people who watched the episode.
Normally, just before we continue any further, normally we tend to have an hour focused on the BS stuff, and that topic I want to talk about.
Right.
Yeah, we BS'd all right. That was one of the strongest BS moments I think I've ever seen us here in the pod. Because I even stated at the beginning, hey, this is what we're going to talk about today. We never did. So we're just going to ignore that thing I said at the very start of the podcast. None of you guys heard what I said at the beginning.
I
clipped it, but we will be able
it.
to talk about something else instead, which is, of course, the latest episode of PM 2019. And given that how things turned out, yeah, we'll talk about that episode for a good while. But yeah, let it be known, from this point onward, I'm probably just never going to say what we're going to do, because I feel like now, after witnessing what shenanigans happened in tonight's session, I think it's better to just let things play out by itself now.
No,
Be like that.
See, KG, that's probably the better idea, because your fucking plans for 2021, and everyone else here is just a fucking Delta variant.
Pokemon Omega Ruby.
Wait, so then is that
variant.
NSYNC? If it's the Backstreet Boys.
Ah, shit, it's NSYNC.
Backstreet Boys reunion tour. No.
Yeah, now it's the NSYNC. It's the Spice Girls.
the NSYNC Game Freak.
I've always wanted to see that collab, man.
The
Oh,
NSYNC
shit.
Game Freak.
I mean, if you're putting it in Pokemon terms, just make it episode Delta.
Good
Terrell
God.
is
I
so
already
drunk.
made that joke, media. Jesus.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I didn't know you
Tragic.
made that joke, Tyrone.
Pay attention, damn it.
Win
I
some
love you guys
games
so
for
much
once.
sometimes. Good God.
Oh.
My God. But anyway, good news, everybody, because my buddy Richie actually sent me a tweet not too long ago saying that, hey, Pokemon Unite fans, we're going to be getting a brand new update on Wednesday.
Listen.
Yeah, so it's going to include a balance change in additions to other minor adjustments. So make sure to tune in on Wednesday the 18th at 12 a.m. PDT for the update of that said game. See, we did talk about the Pokemon stuff after all. All right, now then, let's go and talk a little bit about the episode, why don't we? I feel like there probably is a lot to talk about it, but I feel like there is so many of us here who probably didn't. No, it's actually 50-50 now that I think about it. 50% of you guys watched the episode. 50% of you guys probably didn't in this call, I assume.
Yeah, I'll be real. I messaged KG and I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? I'm like, do I need to watch the episode? And KG's like, no, I'm not doing that. You know, we're talking about like you being a VTuber. We're gonna talk about like present stuff, and that's it. And I'm like, okay, I don't have to watch it. And then now you're like, sell the episode. And I'm like, wait,
You
had to
fucking
watch that?
liar.
I was saying no to the VTuber model on. That was for that question, though. Yeah, you never asked if you needed to watch the episode. If I recall correctly, in that comment, you said, I gotta watch the most recent episode. You never said, do I have to watch it? You asked, do I need to have my VTuber model on? I said, no, that won't be necessary. That's perfectly fine.
What is
Where
happening,
in the
guys?
world did you think I said you don't need to watch an episode on a show that does
Bestie,
the
I'm a
reviews
dog, I can't read.
every
Guys.
goddamn week?
Guys,
Bestie, I'm a dog. I can't read. No, Go Stan should like this good because Go is the best boy. He should never. No, Go Stan should suffer because he's soft and happy, and I love him. Yes, Go Stan, it's me. It's me. I'm a Go Stan. It's me.
what is happening,
Ricky,
guys?
why are you
people?
responding to Kuro with this?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
What is
I have a
happening?
question too. Why is this one of
Ollie.
our highest viewed shows tonight?
Because it's amazing.
Bestie, it's me.
I just want to point
Because
this
it's
out.
us. Me and
I just
me
wanna
and
point
Kay are
this
bringing
all
all
out.
the
I
attention.
just want to point this all out. Polly's hacking into KG's phone and shit. Broken bets. KG and fucking K are arguing over who the fuck said what. Like, what is happening?
You brought a goddamn
fucking here,
lawyer,
attorney.
doctor, Professor Evie. I don't
It's
even know.
Mr. Dr. Professor.
No, guys. As the media nut, there's only one way I could describe this pod, and that is nutty.
Oh God.
Media's terrible fucking
Bestie,
jokes.
I didn't think we'd down like that on the PokePod. Oh my god. Oh my god, bestie!
What is happening? What about work?
Let's see.
What about work 8 years of
I
my life?
remember details from the episode that I watched at 5 in the morning.
No, fuck the episode. First of all,
No, it's Alola. We have to because Kevin.
Oh my
Yeah, we get to go back to Alola. Hey guys, this is our first episode back in Alola since the reunion episode.
all right, let's try to have some level of sense. Never mind. Never mind.
We jumped with the episode. All I need to know, Go showed up. Alright, best episode ever. We're done. What are you talking about? I'm done.
My head hurts.
Why?
Okay.
Why does your head hurt? 'Cause I spoke the truth?
No. Oh no.
I have.
The journey
I will
goes
say this.
astray.
I will say this. Prediction. Like, if I were to speak predictions on each and every one opinions of the episode for those who have watched it here, I would assume the following. I believe there are aspects of the episode that okay. Who do I start with? I'll start with Kevin. I think Kevin's gonna have another moment of he likes certain things in this episode as an episode, but as an episode. As an Alolan episode, I think he's gonna like it. As a Pokemon Journeys episode, I think he's gonna be bothered. With Tyrone, I think he's going to have an opinion that he believes he has of his own, only to realize that a lot of other people have the same opinion to it. With Polly, she hasn't seen the episode yet, but once she has,
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you have seen it. Okay, you
I
have seen
saw
the
it
episode.
live. And I
Oh, you saw Raw. That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Polly, I think there's going to be a couple of moments that really caught her. Those moments probably being the Team Rocket moments of the episode that touched her heart. Everything else, she's kind of like, okay, this is fun, this is cool, this is fine, but nothing too crazy. With Eevee, well, Eevee and I have not been friends that long, so I can't read you like the others. But what I'll say is, you're probably gonna bring up something interesting that none of us noticed. And with Kay, you're just gonna you like this episode because it was Go Focus and Go One.
Yeah.
How right am I?
Can I say my actual opinion because they're from a first person perspective?
Yes.
What opinion? I haven't seen the Pokemon anime since I was a wee lad.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, so here's my thing. Because I feel like we got to talk about it anyway. It's the hot topic of conversation for this episode. And it's Ash's recognition as the Alolan champion. Yay.
Yeah, let's
talk about it.
Yep.
There's only two characters that actually like really take this title seriously. And that's the twins that show up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like
they look so excited.
I feel like these twins represent a very important aspect of the Pokemon anime fan base. Why?
Yes.
Because they represent the community. That's literally just it. When I looked at these two, I'm like, this is just the community. This is literally just the community.
Yep.
These two characters are the community embodied. Literally, they do this thing where they praise Ash for being the Alola champion. They're the only ones that really recognize his rank. Literally, everyone else in Alola is just sort of minding their business, walking around Ash, seeing him, and they don't give a fuck. Ash barely gives a fuck, and he's the one that did it.
Yeah.
He casually calls it a tournament. Everybody else is just sort of like, he's here. Nobody's groveling at his feet. Nobody's doing shit. But these two kids these two random teenagers that never fucking existed in the entirety of Sun and Moon, but they're here now, and they have groveled over the fact that this man's a champion. They are kissing this man's feet, basically just at every moment calling him a champion. And I think to myself, Journey's made these two characters to represent the fan base.
Yeah, it really is. And you can even tell that it's such a big deal when for anyone saying, oh, we're in Alola, but we don't have returning characters aside from the Team Rocket Pokemon. Well, technically, no. We have one human returning character, and it's the judge lady from the Sun and Moon series. And even she didn't seem to care, because she was there during the Pokemon League tournament. Maybe not as one of the judges, but she was there. And She knows that Ash is a champion. She didn't bring that up. She didn't care.
I'm gonna take a gamble here with Polly for a second. I don't know if she feels the same way or not. That's why I'm taking a gamble. Team Rocket using other Pokemon other than the Alolan team felt disingenuous to me.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
in this episode.
Yeah, in the fight.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys saw the joke I made about the Vileplume, because James wound up getting a Vileplume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jessica,
I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, she got Tropius. I'm sorry. Having them fight with their non-Alolan Pokemon in Alola just felt really disingenuous to me.
It felt like the writers knew that we wanted them back, so they're like, "Here, take 3 seconds of us giving them back."
Yeah, and
that's all you get. Bye.
And it's literally just Beware hugging them all together, and I'm like, you couldn't even have Beware save them before they get blasted off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
you couldn't even give us that.
Like, wouldn't it have made a bit more sense, and even like a fun little tidbit if like you have that scene of them thinking about their Alolan Pokemon, right? And it's like, oh, like, we're in Alola. Oh, I wonder how Mimikyu and the others are doing. And then wouldn't it have made more sense for them to be like, hey, we're in Alola anyways. How about we go visit them? And then it's the Pokemon that decides to come help Team Rocket for this one battle visit. No, it's not them coming back to the team permanently, but at least for the episode, it's like, hey, while you're here, you can still depend on us. That would have been much more interesting, because most people in the fandom are already tired of Team Rocket's involvement in the show anyways. This would have been one of the few times that the Team Rocket involvement would have been the highlight of the episode. And that's a real wasted opportunity.
Yeah, I want to bounce off of that, because Ty just brought up a good point about Morpeko could have met the Alola Pokemon, and that could have been a really cute thing.
Oh man, I wanted Beware to deck the shit out of Morpeko.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man, if Morpeko saw that it was being mean to Team Rocket, that Beware would have taught that thing a lesson.
Actually, I already know that wouldn't have come out. It wouldn't have come out that way. Beware likes to feed people, so he probably would have just been up Morpeko's alley.
Yeah, he'll punch in the mouth with honey. There you go. Like how he did with Team
Honestly,
Rocket.
yeah, Morpeko, like, you would have even seen a funny scene where Team Rocket thinks Morpeko, like, Morpeko hops out of James' Pokeball. You see Morpeko's in hangry mode. And they're like, oh no, Morpeko's about to destroy, like, Beware's lovely home. And then they're imagining, like, you could see, because this looks like a Team Rocket thing that would happen. They have this, like, imagination thing that they think of whenever they think of getting something for the boss, but this time it's like of fear, where they see like an angry Beware versus an angry Morpeko, and they're thinking of the worst, only for them to then hear something that sounds like munching. They look and you see Beware pouring an entire jar of honey down Morpeko's throat, and Morpeko's like not in hangry mode anymore, it's just happy. Beware's happy and everyone's getting along. Like, what?
Or even an alternative joke where Morpeko goes in a hangry mode, but Beware feeds it and it gets more than what it bargains for. So now it's getting too much food.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Like it has an innate, now it has an innate fear of Beware. And it gives us a different side of Morpeko that we're not used to.
That would be fun, yeah. That's a good one too.
There's just one issue with all these things that just are being brought up into mind, and unfortunately this is just another situation that we keep bumping into. It is just too much, man. I feel like
there's a lot that happens.
Yeah, there's way too much that happens that unfortunately something had to have been cut. And honestly speaking, I would have preferred if the Team Rocket stuff would have been saved for another episode rather than having to be placed in this one here. Yeah. Because, like, as stated before, you guys brought it up perfectly. You know, there are so many things with Team Rocket in this episode that could have been done but didn't because of time constraints within the episode in itself. There was already other plot points that needed to be addressed, and Team Rocket just happened to be in the middle of that. First of all, there's the race in itself. There's the concept of catching the Pokemon, having to focus on catching the Pokemon with Ash. There's the concept of the two brothers not performing the Z move correctly. There's the concept of Ash's status as a champion of Alola. And then, of course, the finale of the episode leading into this upcoming episode that we're going to get into soon. There's just so much already crammed into this one episode. that something had to unfortunately take the blunt from it, and that was Team Rocket's side. Like Team Rocket, I think only got 37 seconds of moments of union within the Alola cast. Only like 30 to 37 seconds.
Same as what Ash got with his older Pokemon, actually.
Yeah, Team Rocket got a lesser amount because like when Ash's old Pokemon returned, they were like there for maybe a minute. But here,
they had enough time to bring back returning gags too with Ash's older Pokemon.
I'm gonna say this only because I think KG may agree with me. The overall plot of this episode is way too stale for Alola, if you ask me. Yeah. Way too stale. Alola's a small, very contained place with a lot of relevant characters in it. Mm-hmm. So to have these two fucking nobodies whose running joke is that they can't get Kamoo's Z move together just feels very, very disingenuous to the entirety of Alola itself. Sun and Moon may not be my favorite series, but it did at least hold its own when it comes to like relevance with characters. It can use its characters effectively when needed. So to have a plot that's based off of fucking nobodies that grovel at Ash's feet because he won a league that one time just feels very weird to me.
You know what what would have been cool?
It's almost like I'm getting Sun and Moon light with less sugar.
You know what would have been cool, and that I'm surprised they didn't do this, and that they've done it in previous series. I wish they could have had the Alola crew and even like Kukui and Burnett watching the race on TV.
Oh, like I've mentioned this before. I didn't want to see the Alola cast come back. I stated that I like the Alola cast. Let them be right now in the sidelines. I think this episode had too much to offer. That if they were to come, like Tyrone said this best, that the last impression you got of those characters is supposed to be the thing that feels the most impactful. And the last time we saw them was in that Journeys episode. And that was one of the best moments for me personally as a Sun and Moon fan because it genuinely felt like a proper closure to those cast of characters. And I want that to be the last thing I remember them for giving us a nice closure to those stories. Even if it was still, in the end, a bad Journeys episode, it was still a phenomenal Sun and Moon episode, if you could agree on that bit. That's why I didn't want to see them come back, and that's why I'm a little bummed out with the Team Rocket side of things, because I feel like this might be one of the rare instances we're only going to see them here. And if they bring them back again, you know what's going to hurt? That moment of reunion. You're not going to get that same amount of impact that you had right now with them returning, because they're returning again. So it doesn't feel as impactful as the first time around when they came back. You know what I mean? It's always the moment you come back that's supposed to feel the most impactful, because the next time they do come back, sure, you'll still be excited to see them, but it just won't feel as strong as when you saw them the first time around.
Yeah. I get that. I didn't want them to fully return either, like with speaking parts. I just think it would have been cool to show them watching the same way we've seen Misty watching Ash's Hoenn League match, or Drew and Soledad and Harley watching May in the Wallace Cup.
No, I see that bit there. I think that would have been fine, especially given that Alola is indeed a small world in itself. I just feel like this episode, the way it was designed, was already too much. And if they wanted to fit that in there, then I think the best thing they should have done is probably remove the Team Rocket bits from this episode and had replaced it with the Sun and Moon cast.
Like I said, with Sun and Moon being so small, this episode felt like it was a Alola wallpaper alone. Like it's a Alola.
I'll get into that when I get into my side of the review.
It's a Alola. If you look at the wallpaper that says Alola on it.
Yeah. That was actually something I was gonna bring up where. Like, I do agree with some of the things that you said, KG, but when it comes to, like, the aspects of closing a character's, like build up to a story and all that, but at the same time, not only in Pokemon, but especially in Pokemon Journeys, I feel like this is one of those instances where, at least in my point of view, if you disagree, that's fine, but at least in my point of view, Alola always felt to me like one of those instances in Journeys where no matter what happens, every time you go back to Alola, because it's so small, because it's such everyone in the fandom and everyone in the community who has talked to me has always mentioned how Alola's so important. Alola's so vital. So then, to me, it makes no sense for there to be an Alola episode that doesn't include a return of someone. If it's not the companions, then someone else from the Alola series. So it didn't have to be Kiawe and the others. If they would, I would not have been bothered. In all honesty, I understand you might have. For me, it does not bother me because Sun and Moon has shown us that it's normal for them to compete in these things for fun, anyways. So it's not a big deal. But anyone else, whether it's Ilima or any of these other characters that we remember for Sun and Moon to come back here, just to at least give a little bit more, like, make it feel like it's Alola. Because if you didn't tell me that this was Alola, I would have just imagined this is just another random place in the Pokemon world that happened to be in a beach.
No, that's a great way to kind of state that episode right here. Wherein, like I said before, I'll share more of my take on what you said when I get to my review. I do want to at least share this time with others here in the call. Evie, I also want to ask, did you get a chance to watch the episode by any chance? I always have to ask this just to make sure. I know you haven't had... No. Yeah, but I at least like to ask.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
I haven't caught up with I've only been keeping up with the highlights on Twitter. That's all you know what's been going on in the
same.
in the Antipoke. So I've caught on with a few things. Like, I am a little disappointed that on Team Rocky's treatment on this episode. I just feel like they probably could have been a lot more a lot more better. But of course, with time drains, that ain't gonna happen. I just only wish that their reunion with Mewtwo and some of the other Alolan Pokemon that they had could have been a little bit more longer. But, well, what else can you do when you have time drains focus on other things that the writers want to focus on?
Yeah. All right, man.
That's all I have to say about this episode. Yeah.
No, it's perfectly fine. That's all I wanted to make sure. But I'm glad you at least got a chance to see.
Professor Kukui, by the way.
But okay, Kay, obviously you're still here, and you
Okay.
Yeah, we addressed this issue before, but
Yes, I told you what's going on. Yes, 100%.
Okay, so if you do, clearly that means you know what you could say.
What an accurate representation.
Yes. Stuff happened. You know.
Yes.
Can I borrow that clip for my review, please?
Honestly, Kay.
Yes.
That might have been the best description of a Pokemon Journeys episode I've ever heard.
Stuff happened.
That wasn't even just this episode. Good. No, that was this entire series.
No, shut up! No, Journeys is so good. Leave. No, Journeys is so good.
Okay,
you're incorrect.
So good that she's totally caught up.
I know you didn't get a chance to watch this episode. I understand that completely. So I'm going to bring you some other question instead that's not from this episode, given that certain elements from this episode you don't really need to know much of when going into the next one. Obviously, the next episode is something I feel everybody knows because at least everybody had the chance to watch the preview, not just from this one, but all the screenshots and interviews and all that stuff that we've been getting these past couple of days. I have to ask you, what is your take on this upcoming episode that we're going to get into, which is going to be the fight between Ash and, what was his name again? Volkner. Yeah, I was thinking his Japanese name. What was his Japanese name?
Minato.
Yeah, Minato. There we go. Thank you.
Oh my god, wait, it was Minato from Naruto. Wait!
Yes, we're having a collaboration with this series. I don't know why. Denji, there we go. Thank you.
Why?
But yeah, so what are your take on that upcoming episode, though? Because it is going to be a 3v3 fight. We're going to be seeing some of Ash's Pokemon return. And I don't mean old Pokemon. I mean his Journeys mons returning. And we're going to be seeing, of course, Volkner return. And they're going to have a good fight in there. So, also, one last thing to note. The way this episode ends off is that they tell you, oh, by the way, in a week from now, you, being Satoshi, is going to be having a fight against Denji, and he is ranked number 27, and that's how the episode ends, by saying that...
Oh no, Ash, no!
Yeah, so Ash is going to fight against...
Wait! His brain's so small, Ash. Oh
no. So I have to ask.
Something tells me Kay is not very confident in Ash's ability for the next episode.
Oh no! No! I love him, but no!
I mean, to be fair, though, like, he's gonna use a Pikachunium Z in an electric battlefield, so...
Yeah, he has that.
Wait, doesn't
Electivire has motor drive?
Yeah, I was gonna say, doesn't it have motor drive? So it's just gonna suck that shit up. Like,
listen, I'm telling you, the worst things. Even if he had that advantage, the worst things have happened. He literally lost life advantage at the end of X and Y. Like, I would not put it past him. Even if he had so many things stacked against him, he would just lose. That's
God.
I don't have like I love him, but I don't have faith in this.
But you don't have faith at all in this upcoming battle for Ash's side.
Christ.
I'll hop onto what Kay said, and for me, it's not that I don't have faith in Ash. It's just I stopped having faith in Journey.
No, listen. No, Go will step in and he'll win. It's okay. Don't worry.
No. Okay, no. I know that you're a fan of Go, and I agree. Go is great. I'm just talking about journeys in general with its storytelling. Because this is very ironic of me because I'm a fan of Pokemon, yet I care about storytelling. I know that's the big joke, but it's just like, goodness, it's there's a lot of things with this week's episode and next week's episode that causes a lot of problems that I know Kevin has brought up in the pod before, where it all stems down to the same thing we always say all the time, and that is, like, this is great, this is cool, but it's way too late for this. This is stuff that should have been happening a while ago. Of the whole concept of like bringing characters back and having Ash battle them and all this stuff. And it's how do I put this? Like, I'm not as excited as everyone's. I'm excited because I like Volkner. I'm excited because the Electrium Z. I'm excited for the ideas. That's what it is. I'm excited for the ideas. I'm not excited for how they're going to be implemented in the episode because it's just it's not. It doesn't. Journeys has not given me given me enough reason to care recently about what's happening in Ash's journey and Ash's story, if there is one. And that's kind of my biggest dilemma here.
I guess I can kind of understand where MediaNet is coming from, because when it comes to reoccurring characters with journeys, the thing that's getting me worried with how these how the writers is going to handle these returning characters is their treatment, and we saw a prime example of that with Karina. Everyone was excited for Karina's return, but the way they deliver when it comes to the episode overall, her character, continuity in a sense as well, it just felt really underwhelming. And
so the same shit I've been saying.
No, yeah,
exactly. Pretty much, yeah. The same shit you've been saying. Granted, there were some recurring characters that were handled fairly better than Karina's. Like, I know Gary, I've heard had favorable feedback, as well as the Alolan group. But I don't know. It just goes back to the way Karina was treated. That gets me a little bit worried whenever we get introduced to reoccurring characters. Now, I hope I'm wrong, but I can understand where MediaNet is coming from with that.
I think the reason.
Sorry. No, I was just saying. I think the problem is with journeys overall. It just, like, on an overall standpoint, not even just think that it's Pokemon. It debates the issue whether it wants to be the serialized, like Sunday morning cartoon, where it's like each standalone episode is just a thing and no overarching story, but also wanting to introduce those overarching stories, so it gets those kind of like battle in between each other. And I think that's the problem. Yeah,
like that's the biggest problem. And Kay, you brought it up 100% perfectly. And this is the problem I've been saying. That this journey, it really is journeys that made me realize this, that it's like the biggest thing that Pokemon journeys specifically, no other Pokemon anime, but this one has going against it is whether or not they want it to be whether or not they want to rely on continuity or not. It's like you say you want to have a sitcom based like Pokemon show where everything's like, oh, like everything's its own thing. But then it's like, well, you can't have that if the very first episode of not just Journeys, but the series itself has the main character have a goal. It's part of storytelling 101. You give your character a goal, that means there needs to be progression, there needs to be continuity, there needs to be a point in which you see where are they at this point, how much they've grown and how close they are to reaching that goal. And sorry for all of you Pokemon fans who keep saying, there's no way that they can end Ash's journey. I get that, and because they like money, they probably won't. But then that's gonna be bad for Pokemon because a story needs an end. No, a story needs an end.
I'm sorry. No, I'm saying, like, I feel like they're rearing their way up to having Ash's story end and then just go on with Go. Because everyone makes this complaint. Okay, wait. This might be a hot take. Okay, wait. Because everyone complains, Ash's story needs to be over. Ash's story needs to be over. And then we get Go, it looks like that Go is going to be the protagonist and Ash is going to leave. Then everyone's like, oh my god, I hate Go. They literally gave you what you wanted. They're giving you what you want. They're probably going to end Ash's story and then move on to Go, and Go is the protagonist. That's
okay. I understand. I understand where you're coming from, and as someone who also likes Go, like I get your point, and I agree with you. That is like if it's. I don't think it's. I can't speak for fans, obviously, but from my understanding, the big problem with Ash here in Journeys, at least for me, is more the fact that if you were to end a character who we've been following for over 20 years. And especially for someone like me or some of the other people here in this call right now who have been watching Pokemon since episode 1, like you want that end to be a real ending, and Pokemon Journeys is not doing that. So that's the thing. It's like it's no disrespect towards Go. Well, at least for me, because there are jerks out there who hate Go just for the sake of hating Go, and I don't really get it. But it's like, in the terms of passing the torch from Ash to Go, I'm not against it. I'm just saying this isn't the series for that. It's not time yet because the show itself has failed in giving us that ending feeling. Ash doesn't feel like a complete character, and for a journey to end, they need that character to be complete. And I've heard so many people say that Ash's journey's never gonna end because Pokemon wants money. I get that, I do, and maybe the sad truth is maybe that will be the case, that Ash will never end. But then why care? I guess I feel negative.
Can I interject? Hold on, Media. Hold up. Yeah. I'm gonna say this because this debacle has been going on for a bit where it's will Go replace Ash replacement. And Kay, I also get your dilemma. Go technically would be a character that would be a candidate to replace Ash. All the elements are there. He has all 3 of the starting Pokemon instead of Ash does. There's episodes that try to focus on his development versus Ash's, where they shine the spotlight on him. All the bullet points are there for him to be a nominee to be Ash's replacement. I think the problem is that the minute Ash is on screen, there is an expectation already set in motion. Mm-hmm. Fans already have expectations of Ash. His last series, he won the Alola League. So everybody already has this standard for what Ash should be. They already tried a soft reboot, but there he wasn't sharing major spotlight with any other characters, with the exception of Iris and Silent, who were playing their Misty and Brock roles respectively. Mm-hmm. Here we have a situation where Go pretty much has to keep up with Ash in order to maintain the actual story, if there is a story at the time, happening in Pokemon Journeys. Pokemon Journeys has wanted its cake and eating it too so many times. They want an episode by episode Saturday morning feeling, while at the same time they want an overarching plot involving catching Mew with the Mew Project and the Pokemon World Championships. But you can't have both because both involves telling an actual story with bullet points. That being start, rising action, climax, closing action, and ending.
Yep.
So you always are going to run into that. I think the biggest example of this being sloppy was during the Zacian and Zamazenta arc, where those Pokemon evolved at an extremely jarring rate compared to Ash's. Where now we have Lucario and Cinderace, but they need to be Lucario and Cinderace for this scene because it's the only way they're going to keep up. There's no way in hell Reboot and fucking Riolu are going to keep up with the climax of the plot. So they need to evolve, which means Reboot needed to be a Cinderace way earlier than it needed to be, which means it needed to outpace Grookey and freaking Drizzile. And now we have this funky pacing where Go's Pokemon evolve at an alarmingly weird rate. His Pokemon are caught but never focused on. Pokemon are having more development than others. It's an entire mess. They can't have Ash's Pokemon develop too much because it'll outshine Go. But they can't have Go's Pokemon develop too much because then he'll overstep Ash. And then that'll undermine Ash, but then old-time fans will be pissed off because it's like, hold up, how can Go be this strong but Ash isn't this strong? For Christ's sakes, Go caught a fucking legendary twice! And people were pissed. But why are they pissed? Is it because of a character who caught 2 legendary Pokemon who we've only known for about a year and a half versus a character who we've known for damn near 20 years struggling to keep up somehow? Maybe. Could it be the fact that Ash, when he does end up developing, it's only when like he has to leave Go behind? Is it the fact that when Go does get development, they have to nerf Ash in situations like dropping him in a hole or making him unable to battle or having him use Thunderbolt on fucking ground-type Pokemon, for Christ's sakes? They do this continuously because they know that the pacing is bad. Journeys wants way too much. They want to give us nostalgia, but at the exact same time, they want to develop a character that we don't know. They want to make a continuous Saturday morning cartoon situation, but they still want to do this story where Ash and Go progress. Go's catching Pokemon, so whether you like it or not, he's adding to his repertoire of Pokemon he has. A story's being told whether they like it or not. And Ash's rank, for as weird as that shit gets, goes up during the Pokemon World Championships. They gotta have to have an explanation, but look what we've gotten. 98% of the battles that Ash has done have been off-screen.
Yeah.
And this is the problem.
Yeah, like, once again, I think people need to understand, we don't necessarily hate the characters. We hate what they're sadly attached to currently. Because let's be real here. You guys talking about Ash's closure and all that. He had one literally last series. That could have been his swan song right there.
Sorry,
he could have
comment. The Master 8 will be off screen.
Oh no!
I'm crying now because I know how Journeys is, and they'll totally do that.
I can totally imagine a JPEG of Ash and his Pikachu and Leon just. It's over.
I would not be surprised if they were like zoom through the entire what's it called, championship, and then just got right to Leon. I would not be surprised.
I want the you know the intro of every episode where they separate Ash and Go. And they say about the goals are gonna like in the next episode. It's just like after Ash has somehow randomly became the new champion of the Pokemon World Championships, and Go somehow miraculously caught Mew in the background. What shenanigans will our character do today? Like they just replaced the title screen, and nobody knew what the hell happened. It just happened. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you actually know that.
Oh yeah, I've seen him before. I've seen him multiple times.
Oh, nice. We're not doing that. But yeah, so I understand everything that everyone's saying. I think everybody, at least here in the call, in some way, shape, or form, can agree to the aspect of like, I think the characters themselves are perfectly fine. Well, not perfectly fine because characters do have to have flaws in order for them to grow. You can't really be perfect per se, but they are characters. We like to see them. It's just, unfortunately, when these characters are into something that many don't like, it causes an issue, because now you're not only affecting characters that came from the past, you're also having conflicts that are coming from the present as well. Conflicts that could have easily been taken care of had we not taken stuff from the past to push the present forward. You know,
I think I'm going to give an example of a crossover that did it right, that introduced the concept of a main character being introduced into the series right. And no, this isn't me praising my favorite series. This just happened to happen in a series I like.
There we go.
Let's talk about Alon for a second.
Okay,
so,
Alon, really?
Yes, because people don't tend to really talk about this a lot. Alon had his own show.
He did.
YouTube, yeah.
Alon had Mega Evolutions Acts 1 through 4. Yeah. Now, given this, there are 4 episodes, yes, but they give us context of the character that we're looking at. We know how strong Alon is. We know the shit he had to go through. All of that was separated from Ash, purposely, meticulously, until Mega Evolution Act 4, towards the end of Act 4, when he crosses over with Ash, like he does that little like walk past thing. And even then, they don't talk to each other. They just walk past each other.
And that was an X, Y, and Z, though.
Yeah, but it's done, and the reason it's done that way is so that we can fully grasp this character, so that when he does mold into the XYZ plot, it feels natural. Here in Journey shoves Go at us and goes, "This is it. This is your replacement Ash. Oh, and we're going to keep regular Ash here, too." Well, no, that's not going to work. You can't shove a character in my mouth and say, "Yeah, this is what you're going to eat now." Like, it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't, no.
You got to be gradual with it. That's how you tell a story. If we had a mini series with Go first and then crossing over with Ash later, it might have transitioned better. But we don't. We just have Ash and Go at the same time, and now we're expecting this kid who we know nothing about to keep up with Ash. No fucking way he's gonna keep up with 20 years of Pokemon experience.
The aspects of Go that I really appreciated and enjoyed is I for one liked when let's go back in time, right? Let's rewind to when we first heard about Pokemon Journeys, right? Pokemon Journeys is this adventure where Ash and this new character Go travel around the world. Go wants to go capture Mew. That's basically all we got. We get to travel around the world of Pokemon, and Ash gets to revisit places that he's been to in the past. That's basically what was said. Now you get to see a little bit of Go in the first 2-3 episodes, and the first thing you learn about Go, aside from his love for Pokemon and wanting to catch Mew, is he's an introvert. And me and Polly were talking about this earlier today with our friends Kluro and a couple of others about how things could have worked differently. And one thought that came to my mind is how, like, first off, I'm gonna say, imagine a world where we didn't have to worry about the stupid sitcom-y style they wanted to do. No, get rid of that. Just black. Okay, we have Ash, we have Go, we have Ash who's he doesn't have to mention, like, that's the thing. He doesn't have to mention the whole champion thing if he doesn't want to. That's fine. But we know who Ash is. We know what he's been through because we've been fans of him for a while. So we know what he's been through. So you have Ash. You have Go. We have a show that is traveling through, technically, Ash's past because he's revisiting places. And you have Go, who's an introvert who wants to learn about Pokemon. How amazing would it have been for character progression and storytelling is, you have this character who's hanging out with this extroverted Pokemon trainer who's traveled everywhere. Meanwhile, this character has a hard time getting to know people, and at this point is trying to learn about this kid that he's traveling with. What better, and at least in my opinion, what better way to do that than to do the thing that we originally thought Pokemon Journeys was gonna do, which was have Ash go to these places that have been to the past. Have him visit these characters that he's met in the past, whether companions or not. And have Go, the introvert, learn about the world of Pokemon, learn what it means to be a Pokemon trainer, and more importantly, learn what it means to be a friend from others that have either been impacted by Ash or have impacted Ash's life, thus giving him more appreciation for this character that in all honesty, was kind of forced and stuck into going on this journey with to begin with. I feel like that would have worked a lot better.
I agree, and this is unfortunately an issue that I've this is an issue that I've addressed a couple of weeks ago, and I'll not be afraid to say it again. That unfortunately, Journeys as a whole has become a series known more for its what ifs than its what is. That Journeys has been more so, like right now, this entire time, you can even use this conversation we've been having, has been majority.
The Marvel what if on Pokemon, please.
Yeah. We have, like, in this entire call, we have literally talked more of what we would have preferred seeing than actually talking about what was within the core aspects of this episode, if you think about it. Like, I didn't even get a chance to talk about the review yet. All of this was been discussion about just pure what ifs, pure why ifs, and, you know, how if kind of thing. And this is what this series has become, the Marvel's what if.
Why if?
There you go.
Why if?
There you go. Put it in the chat.
Put it in Marvel font to why if. Why if?
Yo, what if Thanos became the Alola champion instead of Ash?
He sits in that throne perfectly balanced as all things should be.
What if Rose, who his main job was to know who is a champion, actually recognized Ash?
Yeah, and that's why that arc sucked. Because, like, how come it's so convenient that the Alola champion status is now being represented after this man's gone versus when it could have been introduced beforehand? That would have made such a bigger deal as to why Rose would try to be so connected to Ash's character in the first place. Mm-hmm. But because you never bring it up, it makes absolutely no sense why Rose is having such an interest towards Satoshi. Rather than if he had brought the Alola champion thing, that would have made it even more interesting. Wouldn't you agree? Once again, another thing to add to the tables of what if rather than what is. And that's sadly something that I think this series, as time passes on more and more, will continue to sadly suffer from that fate. Once again, I don't hate the characters. I don't hate what they are. I just hate, or not hate per se, I'm just not a big fan of the current direction we're in, because I'm trying to follow it, and then somewhere along the line they take a 90-degree turn, and I now have to try to adjust myself into that position and get myself going in that same path as well, while still trying to get an understanding as to what the hell just happened there, you know? That's pretty much what this series has become. It's become more so of me trying to keep up with whatever shenanigans they're trying to pull off, while trying to keep that mindset of it's an episodic series. But it's like,
this is why to this day my favorite one of my favorite episodes of Pokemon Journeys continues to be the freaking food eating competition, because it's like, how is it that this random comedic episode about Pokemon eating food contest, this Blaziken being scarred for life for these Torchics, and freaking Greedent, this Looney Tunes looking Pokemon getting character development, then leads into the next episode where they go to Unova, and I'm like, wow, this is some of the best continuity I've ever seen in Pokemon Journeys ever. Even more than the
so
Pokemon episode previous. Which even more
a matter of continuity.
To the Mewtwo episode.
It's not even a matter of continuity. The reason that episode is so good is because it complements the characters that are introduced in Journeys.
Yeah, Ash
doesn't get to steal the spotlight here because it's a fucking eating contest. He can't control the fact that his Dragonite has a very small stomach for a giant dragon. He's the subject of a joke at that point. But Ash can't
because it worked in that moment.
Yeah, Ash can't out-battle his way out of this situation. So Go wins here because he has a Pokemon that actually likes to eat. He's using his Pokemon's personality to its advantage.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's pretty much the best thing I think we can say on that bit.
Hey, the chat brought up a point. KG, did you do your review?
No, I even brought it up right now just a few minutes ago. I never even talked about the review because we were more so talking about the what ifs. Allow me to... No, it's true though. Like, sincerely, that's just how it is. But okay, listen, everybody knows me as the Sun and Moon Stan guy. Like, if we were to have a ranking list, I'd obviously be number one, of course. But I had a lot going for not just this episode here, but for the episode that we're about to enter into, because as everybody knows, Sun and Moon, post-reboot anyway, is my favorite series right now. The Sun and Moon series is that up there. It is the top anime for my side. And I love it so much that, just like for Tyrone with his X and Y, or say Polly with PW or DP, or anyone else in this call with their favorite series, whenever a series that you appreciate and adore so much now gets brought up into the current era, what is the one thing we always want to see the most? It's simply, do they live up to what the series had brought to us beforehand? Did they live up to what Sun and Moon bring to the table, you know? And personally, I'm like 50-50 on it, because I will admit, I love this episode. And it isn't because of the core aspects of the episode in itself. It's more the little bits that really made me appreciate the finer details of what they did in Sun and Moon. Like, for example, I think Ash was done very well in this one, given that he talks about the Z-Rings. He talks exactly about how to perform Z-moves in the most Satoshi way possible by saying ba-ba-ba-bang, or, you know, having like the bang-bang-bang and whatnot, like just feeling that passion and energy inside. You know, that's just kind of how it is. And then you get into the Passimian side of the story, where it's like, you know, Pikachu smacked the fruit, and you would think that, it's because they're gonna eat or something, you know, it's like food time. No, it's because Ash and Pikachu knew in that instant, oh, guess what? We've been here before, and we know Passimians love to throw fruit around. That's perfectly fine.
This episode's gonna be weird as shit in America, by the way.
Because that shit is banned, so everybody else can understand it if they watched it sub. But to those who haven't seen it, best of luck with you guys to that bit there. So yeah, there's just so many things about this episode that really caters to Sun and Moon, and most importantly, Ash's character in Sun and Moon. One of the things Ash said so much about Alola is that he feels the power of Alola. He embraced the Alola culture. He really did feel like Alola, and he still does believe Alola is his second home. So when he carries that knowledge to the next generation, and he uses it in this episode here, of course, I would be very happy. And guess what? I was very happy with that. I'm glad to see that the consistency, at least towards Ash's time on Sun and Moon, was used effectively from beginning to end. And I also loved how Ash was the one that teaches these two kids how to perform the Z move, and at the same time also do it in the most Ash way possible. Like, everything about that is just so perfect. Like, I love that. Especially also ending the episode off on a very positive note by tying into the upcoming episode, which I did ask for because I feel next week's episode has so much to offer. Let's just get some of the things done now, so that way when the next episode comes, it's just going to be brief introduction and get straight to the battle. And that's what this episode did for that bit. On the other hand, this episode also asked for too much and offered little in the long run, because while Ash and Go and those kids were okay, who suffered the most? And that was Team Rocket. I think everybody went nuts. When I recalled that preview coming to be, there were two things everybody was excited for the most that wasn't the story. It was Ash's Alolan champion status and his recognition, and Team Rocket and the Beware and those mons. And I can honestly agree that Team Rocket's bit was very short, and there were so many things that they could have done to have prevented that from being very minimal and actually having, like, why did they have to use the gotcha machine in the Alola region knowing that those mons are here? And I think it would have been a nice tease at the start of this episode to have had like a silhouette of Beware looking up and maybe seeing the rocket balloon passing by. And then it eventually leads to Beware having Mimikyu, and actually have Beware be the gotcha machine in this episode. Like, Beware jumps from the sky, and instead of the gotcha machine coming down, it's both Mimikyu and Marini coming out to be the mons for this week. Like, there could have been a play at the gotcha machine. Like, I would have, also, this would have been a perfect opportunity for Beware to deck the shit out of Pelipper as well, so that would Beware could have come down. Like, I think that would have been beautiful there. Also, as I'm talking about this, let me take a chance to really talk a little bit about this amazing image that Sergi made as well, about Beware decking the shit out of the machine. I just wish the Pelipper was there too in the process, but like, I'm happy that we got to see that shit happen there, so that's great. So Sergi, once again, follow him on Twitter. God damn it, I retweeted his picture
so
too.
Good.
Yeah, Sergi's just too goddamn good for this world, man. You really need to follow his work. He is absolutely phenomenal. That's what I'm saying. Like, they could have had a play in this episode. I would have preferred had it like they called the gotcha machine, and instead of the gotcha, Beware came in. Instead of that, it would have been.
Oh yeah, I know.
Go on.
I know what you're talking
That
about.
would have been comedy gold.
Yeah, like that would have been perfect. Like I was like, wait, you're not the Pelipper. You're shoot, it's Beware. Oh shoot, it's Mimikyu. Oh shoot, it's Hidoi. Hey, let's get these characters come back. That would have been the moment. We could have seen them have their moment of shine, even if it was a little moment and they still get blasted off. But hey, we got to see just for a little bit more a reunion between the Team Rocket mods. And maybe, if they wanted to go an extra way, hell, if Hidoi still is carrying that Z-Ring, we could have seen Team Rocket perform a Z-Ring versus the two brothers performing their Z-Ring move and see which of the two clash at the end. And probably the brothers will come out on top because they finally mastered the move, hence giving more of a passionate ending towards, the team, not the two brothers, and their Pokemon. So there's stuff like that. So yeah, and then of course I have to talk about the Ash champion status. Okay, I don't have a problem with it. I really don't, because I think this was the most Ash way that they could have done. Although I will admit, inside me, I kind of still felt a little hurt by that, because like I just wanted a little bit more. But knowing next week's episode is going to have an audience and they're going to address it in that, I might as well save it for that moment than have it in a Sun and Moon episode that's not really having that status be the focal point for this episode. You know what I mean? Let this be the episode of teasing the status and acknowledging it, and let the next week's episode be the one that puts it in the table and tells the whole world, yes, this is a kid from Pallet Town. He is the champion of Alola, the first champion of Alola, something that no other character can ever take, and he's going to be participating in the PWC and fighting against Volkner. So in that aspect, I'm perfectly fine with that. So that's just my take on the episode overall. I think this was one of the best Ash and Go duo episodes too, because we actually got to see both of them work together for once. Like, holy shit, normally it's usually go throw a Pokeball and that's it. But here in this episode, there was a little bit more to that. Like, I liked how Lucario was using the Aura. Sure, it was unexplained as hell throughout this episode, or even the series as a whole, but I did like that. And I did like that Go had to fight for those mods. Like, I like that he used the Pyukumuku to actually deck the shit out of that fish and then catch it.
I like that too, because I like Pyukumuku.
Yes, Pyukumuku was the ace in this episode, man. Like, he was the trooper. Like, I thought, like, I was asking in that episode reaction, like, please punch the shit out of this fish. And guess what? It did. And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to see. That's the shit I want to see. It's not about just Go using his mods. It's about using the variety that he has and putting that there in the show. And with his Pyukumuku there, I love that. And the way he carries that Pokeball out from under from the lake and then brings it up to Go, like, that shit was so cute. I didn't know I need that in my life, and I'm so happy I have it now. It's such a small thing, but it's these little minor things I love when you add it as a whole to what this entire episode had to bring. So, to me, that's what made me appreciate this episode the most. It's just, there were a lot of bad, or not a lot of bad, but there were things that people were expecting more of that ultimately didn't deliver in the end. But everything else that nobody was really looking forward to, or not necessarily having their most attention towards that, ended up being the bigger part that delivered in the end. And that's what this episode did. I think this episode, for its story, did a great job. For the fan service side, that's where things can be a little shaky for fans. So, overall, this is one of the rare instances where a Sun and Moon episode I can actually view as a Journeys episode. Like, unlike the returning one we had a while ago. And I think you guys said it best. This felt like a Sun and Moon light. Therefore, I'm not seeing it fully as a Sun and Moon. It's just more so Journeys with a sprinkle of Sun and Moon flavor here and there. just to make things feel a little bit
The
better.
sun and moon taste without any of the sun and moon calories.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that's just how I feel overall, and that's okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this next episode. And you know what's the best thing about this next episode too? If it delivers, that'll make me happy even more. Because that also ties into Sun and Moon. I just love that now moving forward, everything Ash has to do has to be with Sun and Moon. That's my favorite thing, man. Everything Ash has to do, it's my favorite series. So I need this series to represent. That's why I was, when we were having the debate with Tyrone last week, I stated to him, listen, I know in full well what I'm getting into with Journeys, but I want to put more fate into it only because now you're putting my favorite series on the line. Please do it justice. And that's just how I feel with this episode. I think they are on the step in the right direction. Let's see what the next episode has in store. And most importantly, let's see when the next episode for the PWC is going to take place. Because while we know for a fact that the next episode is based on the PWC, we don't necessarily know when the next one will be. And hoo boy, that's going to be something to discuss all on its own another time. So that's my take on this episode.
Side note, it technically has something to do with the pod because it's using the Rowlet that you used in the pod for Twitter. So I'm scrolling through Twitter, and the first thing I see, now this is in the context of me looking at my Twitter feed. I see the games coming out: Shin Megami Tensei 5, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Mario Party Superstars, Pokemon Shining Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and then Metroid Dread, right? I see all 5 of those games posted. And then when I scroll down, I see Rowlet holding his fucking hand. Like, it works weirdly perfect because both backgrounds are white. It's almost like Rowlet's contemplating how he's going to have the money to spend all this money.
Yeah, where the hell is all this coming out from? It can't be my wallet.
No, let me show you the order in which I saw it. I'm going to put it in backstage, but you're going to see the order in which I saw the tweets.
All right. But the funny thing, too, is I also saw that tweet you gave, which was about Paul Blart in Super Mario, and I was so conflicted.
Oh, yeah.
that was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Okay, that's the order in which I saw things.
All right, and also just to let people know, that was my review on that episode, so I hope people got to understand it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Shin Megami Tensei 5, Arceus, Mario Party Superstars, the DP 2-in-1 pack, and Metroid Dread.
And then look at Rowlet.
It's just Rowlet.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it fits way too perfectly. Like, they're 2 different tweets, but they were perfect.
Yeah, and they also have the white background too, so that's
right. That's why I posted it.
Oh my god. Okay, so I believe I want to say I think we got to address everything we wanted to say for this episode.
This was a fun pod. Yeah,
this was a chaotic pod, but honestly, throughout the whole session, I just had nothing but pure smiles on my face, man. And I really had to. Yeah, you guys genuinely made me shake my head so much, but it was all in pure fun, and I really loved this session, man. This is going to be one of my most memorable sessions when I ever have to go and look back to it. And I want to thank everybody here who has been in the call and who is in the call as well. Those who left us recently, the Insane Game Freak, JPR, to those two, thank you guys so much as well. Hopefully, if they watch it again, they'll understand why I'm saying that. To those here in the call, though, Tyrone the God 3, Polly, Media Nut, K, Evie, you guys were just as great as well. Like, for real, like, it really is. It was a fun session throughout. I can't wait to see what the hell happened during the first hour, because even then, my head's still lost as to what happened.
No.
But it was all in pure fun, and I had a genuine laugh throughout, and I hope those in the chat also had a fun time too, which we almost managed to. Yeah, we were consistent with like 70 viewers this session. It was absolutely phenomenal. And first of all, thank you guys so much for continuing to come by the pod every week. The fact that we've even managed to go over 100 sessions and it's still showing, man, it really makes me very happy to see you guys continue to love it. So sincerely to all those who began with us since the beginning, thank you guys. To all those who are new, and to those who have just followed us recently, like Kier Sharp, Dirt Disco, Stamper Sand, and Mr. Cake, like those that got follows recently. Thank you guys so much for that. I also see Arias as well. Like, for real, all of you guys and gals who followed us, thank you guys so much for that. And we hope you guys can continue to come by the pod every single week for more silly shenanigans that we'll always continue to do. And don't worry, the next pod will obviously talk about the Pokemon Presents because we'll have all that info on fold. So thank you here. But thank you for everybody for your love and support. Now, I want to take this opportunity, though, to say to everybody here in this call to take their moment to just say who they are and where you guys can find them. So, Kay, obviously, you being our big guest of the week, I want to say thank you for coming through. But, of course,
thank you for having me.
No problem at all. I hope you had a fun time with us throughout.
Yeah.
And I want to ask, and also
stuff happened.
Stuff happened.
Stuff happened.
Yeah, stuff happened indeed. So, would you like to let people know where exactly can they find you at?
Okay, well, if you want to watch me on Twitch, be a dumbass, I'm K_EXE on Twitch. And then if you want to see me tweet and be a dumbass there too, I'm also K_EXE there too. Ba-ba-bow, pa-pew.
Hey, there you go.
Look at that spunk of energy. You gotta appreciate that.
Dumbass.
Small. I'm a dog. Literally, I just sit there and I'm like, this is my life.
Hey, listen, that's living the good life, no? And once again, massive thanks as well to our artist Sergi for making that amazing art as well. And I hope, well, both of the Beware image, of course, that we showed off a little while ago, and also the other image that has us here together, which, first of all, once again, amazing job on that, Sergi. It really looks incredible. And I hope people look forward to more silly shenanigans like this as well moving forward. And thank you to Leo for the follow, and thank you for the bit as well, Luke. Kay loves frogs. Be sure to spam the frog emojis.
Shut up! Get out of here! Shut up!
Get the fuck out of here!
Oh, man.
Remy.
Enjoy, indeed.
You don't have to bully me.
But let's go talk about what's going to happen within the week for all those who might be familiar with our usual shenanigans. So, Tyrone, obviously tomorrow you're going to be busy with some streaming. I know you have your X and Y playthrough, but what are you going to do exactly before
all right,
then?
So, the schedule for this week, Tyrone the God 3, aka Tyrone TG3, you can go to either or. On Twitch, we've got Tabletop Tuesday, so we're going to continue Magic the Gathering with my friend and my roommate as a guest, basically telling me how to play the damn game because I suck at it. And then we're going to be doing the Pokemon Y Nuzlocke. We're going to continue the Pokemon Y Nuzlocke with the others. And then on Wednesday, for Weekly Wednesday, we continue Indivisible. And then on Thursday, for Throwdown Thursday, we're gathering Lumio's trainer, Zach, Infamous, Media, and myself, and one other person. I believe Tasso.
Oh.
It might be Tasso. It might be Tasso.
It's a wild card for the last one, basically.
So we're gonna, we're gonna gather an elite team of 5 in order to tackle Pokemon Unite.
In ranked.
Ranked.
Yeah. I like to play Pokemon Unite. Is it good? Is it actually worth my time?
I recommend it.
It's fun.
It's a lot of
fun.
fun.
And it's free. I mean, that's the best argument. It's free.
Well, I mean, it's
and
free if you want it to be free.
From what I know.
Hey, Daisy, shut the fuck up. I said it's free. Just let it be free.
Listen, Genshin's free, and I think I want to say at least spend $1,000 on that game. That is Steve.
Hey, welcome to the $1,000 club, my friend. Oh,
I found another friend
who does that. Yes.
Listen, I spent that much just trying to get D-Luke. That's it.
Why would you do that?
Oh, you were for Genshin. I was for Dragalia. So, yeah, 2 different completely gotcha games. But hey, we had the same mindset as well. We wanted them flame.
Hey, no, they win.
Yes, I let them win because they're beautiful.
Yeah, every time you say, "Oh, I win because I spent money," no, that means they won. You lose.
No, they won. I let them because he's beautiful.
Listen, Tyrone. Listen, at least it's her money, not yours. You're fine, buddy.
Correction, it's Chad's money. It was not mine.
Oh, that makes it worse.
Chat, let it be known you're influencing her, man.
No, listen, I'll be streaming Genshin, and they'll literally just send me money and be like, roll more, roll more, roll more, and I'm like, okay, I'll roll more.
See, okay, now there's a difference between us. You're using chat money, I'm using my hard-earned money. I don't know if that feels more painful for me overall, but hey, who knows? Oh, man. But hey,
drug is a powerful addiction.
Indeed. In other words, play gacha games. Highly recommend Dragalia Lost and Genshin Impact. Both great
and
games.
then finally for Sunday, we've got the side quest Sundays with Persona 5 Royal, by the way.
Sorry, I like a lot.
Oh, you're fine, Kay. In fact, if you want to join...
I might be going out of town this week, but if I'm not, hell yeah. Bro, if I'm here, hell yeah. I love Persona.
Good to me. Yeah.
All right, well, moving along, let me see if there's anybody else here that has stream shenanigans. Media, I'm not sure you do. You just tend to sort of chill around, but you're going to be in Tyrone's stream on...
It just shows the fuck up.
Well, you guys can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, any social media. You can follow me at The Media Nut. When it comes to weird stuff, I mean, recently this past weekend, my team and I at Random Ramblings, we hosted Sunrise Comic-Con over here in Florida, so that was a lot of fun. Thank you for everyone who came and supported, including special celebrity guests DC Douglas, who's known for Wesker in Resident Evil, and also Aaron Dismuke, who is known for playing Oscar from the Ruby franchise, as well as I feel bad for forgetting because a lot of my friends are Full Metal Alchemist fans. But the Knight brother kid who's related to Edward Elric.
Alphonse,
yeah, him. So thank you. So thank you for both of you for joining us for that convention. We had a lot of great time. It was a success. We are confirmed to be having another Sunrise Comic Con 2022. So we hope to see you all there next year. Hopefully when the Backstreet Boys are not around.
Don't worry, NSYNC's this time around, baby.
Yeah, exactly. And when it comes to other projects, I mean, yes, you guys could find me Thursday over at Tyrone's stream playing Pokemon Unite. And once he finishes Indivisible, you guys could also find me on his Shadow the Hedgehog streams, which I'm very excited for.
Everyone's just playing Shadow all of a sudden. What is this?
I'm excited.
Did you guys plan this? I don't know what's going on.
And anything else, like I said, just follow me at The Media Nut for anything else big. I have a couple of projects for both my YouTube channel as well as the Random Ramblings YouTube channel when it comes to projects, whether all pop culture related, some Pokemon, some not, but in the end, all good nerdy fun. And I am more than happy to always be on pods with you guys. You guys are my friends. I love you guys so much, and I'm so grateful for you guys to have me. Whenever you guys need me, I'm always open. You guys know that. So love you all.
All right, thank you, buddy, for that. And to those else in the call as well, I know we have Alpha Evie, which I also have the Twitter down below. But Evie, if you're having anything that you're doing this week and you want to let people know,
no, unfortunately, because of my recent promotion at work, I have been a very busy man. So,
hey, first of all, congrats on that, then.
Actually, did I even tell you guys?
No.
Oh shit!
Congrats on the promotion.
Yeah, so I actually did end up getting a promotion at work. So it started way back in August. I've been promoted to be a coordinator at the front end. So I still get to deal with people, unfortunately. But you know what? I'm still getting the hours, and I'm still getting a completely new learning experience in this new job position. So, which explains why I haven't been on these podcasts a whole lot. And I know for those of you guys familiar with the anime podcast with me and KG, yeah, we haven't been doing that a whole lot simply because I have been very busy with work and getting a lot of these hours in from this new promotion, but. I should be free this Friday, so we'll see how this weekend turns out. We might come back and do another anime pod.
Yeah, man, Friday. There's a lot of anime to go into this upcoming Friday, and I'm gonna save girlfriend for a reaction for that.
No, don't do that, man. No,
Listen,
don't do
it's
it.
all about that.
Don't make 2021 worse for yourself.
Oh, don't worry. It's a good show. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, first of all, Evie, congrats on the promotion there, buddy. Glad to see.
Thank you.
Last but not least, here in the call, we have Polly as well, of course. Polly's World. And Polly, do you have anything you'd like to talk about?
Polly's World on Twitter. Polly's World on Twitch. Polly's World on YouTube.
Polly, did you go to sleep?
My eyes were closing.
Sleep. That's what sleep was called. You just described sleep.
To be fair, it is past the 12 o'clock mark. Normally, we tend to wrap things up at this time, so...
But guys, I broke the record, though. Usually it's 9:30 or 10. You helped me with the chaos. Slowly get... That's also why I haven't been around a lot. My sleep schedule has been very, very messed up this year. I'm trying to get a handle on that. Also, I've been very busy with my job currently. So I'm looking to be around more often. Sorry that I haven't. I miss everybody, and tonight was a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to talk with you guys. Sorry for the last hour.
It's all good. It's all good. Now you know.
It's not a knight, by the way. It's a suit of armor. Have some respect.
All right. So I think we got everybody addressed and out of the way. But yeah, let's go and wrap it up then. Ladies and gents, we hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the pod. If you did, make sure to follow us here. If you have yet to do so, make sure to follow all these lovelies here we have in the call as well, both on their Twitch and on their Twitter. Information, all that can be down in the description, or just make sure to follow them, you know, from what they've talked about before. So thank you guys once again. Had a lot of fun. I hope you guys as well had a lot of fun in tonight's session. I'm going to go back and rewatch some moments, because there are some things I need to double listen to, because Jesus Christ,
please.
my head was fuming with that first hour. But honestly, it was all in pure joy though. So much love on that. So once again, we'll talk with all of you guys later in whatever video we make. Take care, and as always, please make sure to have yourselves an awesome day. And oh yeah, he's not here, is he?
Wash your fucking hands.
I was gonna tell our guest to say that. Actually, yeah. Okay, you know what? Actually, you have the saying for this one as well, if you do not mind. Do you know the saying, the 4 secret words? I assume.
Okay.
Oh, do you
know the 4 secret words that we always end off the podcast session with? That TSS would normally.
Hands. Yeah, wash your hands.
Yeah, there you go.
Wash your fucking hands.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say night also.
Yeah, I can only say 3 of those words because I don't curse. So, lava sus manos.
Okay, well, there you go.
Should I add the fuck? Wash your fucking hands?
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go. Yes.
Wash your hands.
You gotta say it with passion, you know.
Yes. Wash your fucking hands. There you go.
That's exactly how you say it.
exactly how you would say it. Good job, buddy.
You're welcome, besties.
Wash your white mittens with bubble beam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make color.
All right. Y'all have yourselves a good night now. And why am I being pointed a gun towards me right now is what I want to know in the chat. Oh, God, you have a gun.
Wait.
Oh, no. They found
Shoot it.
Kay has a gun. What the heck?
Take the shot.
Gun. Wash your fucking hands.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Like
I'm gonna
'em
take it
down.
right now. All right, everybody.